don't be like toxic and say, haha, you got diff, suck it. Whatever.
I assure you, I will.
I guess you can
Oh,
say it in VC, just not like where the enemy team can see
No,
it.
I
Oh, yeah, we
remember.
can play.
Okay, let's go.
Also,
Last
we're
time-
okay to play odd comps if you want to. DJ, if you want to go pick and do a hog, go for it. I support this.
I'm just playing
Also,
out
wait,
because
why-
the game didn't start yet. So.
Why are they not?
Initiating match.
What comp y'all play?
Right.
What comp are we playing?
Sanctuary. It's. I mean, we can do the ball. Oh, actually, we've done like the Torb, right? Isn't it? Is it like Ryan Torb Sig? Is that the one I'm thinking of?
Are we?
You guys know what I'm talking about?
Going brawl or?
We can go brawl. Well, I guess.
brawl?
What do you guys want to do? Do you want to
Whatever.
do Torb brawl? I mean, you could also. We could do double shield technically.
Do double shield. I think we could also do ball.
Oh, it's this one. Okay, Joker's fine.
We could do ball.
If you want me to play anyone specific, I will. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be sort of
Congrats.
doing what I
So,
think's alright.
Busan Sanctuary, Ball, Sig, Ash Tracer, Brig, Zen.
Alright. That's
Brig
what
Zen.
we're doing.
Brig.
Okay, Brig Zen. Okay.
Going Brig.
Let's
go, let's go.
Okay. It's competitive. Alright. I'm gonna go right side.
There's no adding time on this one, so we have to
It's
decide
not.
faster.
Alright, they have a ball as well.
Okay,
Ball's
Zen,
here.
Ana.
Tracer's on right side.
I'm gonna rotate
Tracer's on
right. Rolling.
I'm on. Oh.
Okay.
Tracer
Tracer
nice.
down.
Good
I'm on.
stuff.
That's
I have
huge.
to give. I have to give.
Yeah,
Your
I need
tracer.
it back for. I need it back for me.
Your ball's rotating out.
Do you wanna go on left side?
Ball on point.
Yeah.
Ball's on point.
Sig core. Don't fall. Yeah.
Ball's
Take
ball's
off
this
angles.
if you wanna go on.
I'm gonna rotate the
Sig
point.
discard?
Testing. Slamming
Coming.
on point. I'm on Sig. Sig's
Sig discard,
discorded.
low, 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 low.
Sig.
Low,
No
yeah.
suck.
You're purple, mighty.
Oh, I
Oh,
All behind.
just not doing anything.
I'm gonna die. I'm dead. That's all behind. You don't have your.
I'm gonna contest
Brig.
the Ana. I need a Des. I will roll in the back line where the
I
Ana's
got
at.
Tracer.
Alright. I just gonna second.
So I'm rolling right side. I'm gonna
I
try to
can-
find.
I can stick someone if you slam them.
Okay.
I'm
Alright,
coming.
I'm
coming
set
right
up. Are you
now.
ready?
Top left.
Give me
ready.
2 seconds. Alright, ready.
2, 1. Slamming on the Ana.
Oh yeah.
I'm slept.
Wait,
Nice.
All tracer draw.
Tracer's hit.
I still
Tracer's
stuck
hit.
Ash.
No Tracer, no Tracer.
Huge
Take half
stick.
discard.
Targets. Sig discorded. Sig.
I'm gonna get Zen.
Sig.
Zen in on Zen.
They're
Try
gonna
to
have
focus.
mines.
Zen discarded?
that.
And they're gonna have mines.
Thank
Zen.
you.
Zen.
Ana's one. Ana's one.
Try to focus the Discord
And
character.
down.
Ball.
Nice. Good job.
Nice. All right. Alt trek.
Play drums.
Tracer left.
They're gonna have mines. They're gonna have.
Zen's far
Nano.
left. No. Okay. I'm gonna go left. Tracer, you ready? Three,
alright.
2, 1. Oh. Okay. I'm out. I'm out.
Zen low.
Oh my God. I'm out. Okay.
frick.
I'm gonna roll left side. Okay. 2, 1.
Ball half.
Sig's on point.
Tracer
Both
low.
types of point.
Slamming on point on Sig. Contesting point. Oh. I'm on ball. Who's discorded? I can focus. I'm on
Sig
point.
discard.
Boxing
Sig. Nice.
I got
Next.
Zen.
Tracer one left side. No recall.
Tracer disc.
Tracer one point. Tracer one point.
Tracer. Nice. Or
Nice shot.
ult
Tracer.
track.
Nice.
They use no ults this fight for
There's
a
no
giver.
ults, so they're
They
gonna
use
have
trans.
a lot of ults.
Yeah,
Okay.
They use trank, yeah.
I think
Didn't they
have mana
use
again.
flux? We use flux, or?
No,
We use Flux.
we use Flux. Yeah.
Okay. So they're gonna
Use
have Bob.
flux
They're gonna have
sometimes.
Buddy, I'm
Paul.
not with you.
They're gonna have mines. Yeah.
They're
Oh,
coming main. They're
frick.
coming main. Right
I'm here with
side.
you. I have pulse and
Okay. 2, 1. I'm gonna slam. Slamming main.
That's
I'm
Ash
burning.
discard.
Mine's down.
No, I didn't get pulse in time, sorry.
I'm
I'm just,
slept.
I'm just one point.
Okay.
That's
I
a
got
shame,
the
that's a shame.
cooldowns at least.
I'll
On no
trans to Cash, I'll
cooldown.
trans to Cash.
Big ulting.
Double right side. The right side.
Tracer's on me.
Uh,
Tracer's one. Damn.
I
Bob.
think we have
Got rally.
Just die on point. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, regroup.
Yeah, I couldn't get out of Bob.
All right, we're gonna engage with rally. We're getting staggered.
Yep.
If we need to meet and spawn, we have time. We have time. Wait for your teammates,
They deflux, they pulse bomb,
Bob.
I got you, sir.
they
Nice,
bob.
nice. I thought my news.
Okay.
I didn't see them mine.
All right, I'm
Oh,
gonna
I
pressure
trapped
point.
in one.
Where are
Do
they
you hear me?
located?
Can you hear
Drums,
me?
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
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 we
yeah.
can hit. Yeah, you can hear.
Sig
Yes,
disc.
there's no acknowledgement of what I see, so I just
Sorry,
didn't know
I'll-
if somebody.
Oh,
Okay,
I
they
heard you,
mind. They
Froggy
mind.
Bear.
Oh, I missed my stick, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I think we get well.
I'm
hmm.
fine to give.
I wasn't with you because you didn't wait for me, so I didn't use rally.
Well, I was trying. I'm trying to
Does anyone have
somewhat
touch?
half scout.
I
Ball will
You
have
have to go.
touch.
Junk is touch
Okay,
for
Can
2.
we rally in? I'm slamming on point on
running.
Sig.
I did what
I'm
I
on
could.
Sig. Who's Anna's far? Actually, Zen's far right. I don't have touch. I'm gonna leave.
Nice.
I can
I'm on
nice.
also
point,
do
I'm
it.
on
Going right side. Going right side.
I'm looking ball, Ball half.
Thank you, Zen.
We go in the sash on the
She's
left.
right
On the
side.
right.
On the right.
Sig,
Nice.
Sig discorded.
Take this
I'm on
point.
Sig. I'm on Sig. I'm on
Nice,
Sig.
nice,
Sig
nice.
dead. Sig dead.
Zen,
disc.
ball next.
Zen right side. I can't.
Pressure disc.
Oh my god, I'm gonna die. I'm on ball.
Ball,
I'm on
ball,
ball. Ball's low.
Nice.
Nice.
Stop hiding from me. Okay.
I have
Okay.
tire. I have tire for this. If they try and touch.
All right. Listen to Froggy Bear.
On the one, on the one.
Okay, they have a soldier now. They're gonna have Trank. They're gonna have
I think they
Flux
have
again.
again.
Pulse bomb.
Rank flux. Okay. Let's try to tire for space. I'm gonna slam down main. 2, 1
I got
on
Sigma.
Sig.
I got Sigma.
Tracer.
Okay,
behind,
Soldier
got
right side.
your-
Right side. Right. Next
All this-
target. Ball.
I'm dead.
Watch out for mines on point. Mines on point. Play in drums. Oh my god, I'm gonna. I have to leave. I have to leave. Targets. Who's orb?
Ball on point, ball on point, ball
There's
dead,
one-
ball dead.
I'm 20
Let's
HP. I'm 20 HP. I'm 20 HP.
And a disc.
Everyone? Okay, this way.
Oh.
Good job. Good job. Jeez.
Nice job, guys.
That's close.
At the beginning, I think the main issue was the same problem in the ball comp of a disconnect between the front and back line that was happening last scrim.
So like.
So basically, the ball and tracer were diving in too far ahead of the Sigma and stuff, and so
Oh.
Okay.
So they couldn't,
they couldn't
see
really
it and
support,
follow
which is
through.
why you like got picked quite a lot, Mighty, because the backline weren't able to support you because you were too far away,
Gotcha.
and then you were just getting Ana like.
And
bunked
they were
around.
on our back line and nobody was
What are we
killing,
playing here? We
so-
don't have time.
I think also the backline needed to play
Brawl.
close
It's a
together.
brawl.
Brawl,
So
brawl. Brandiva,
Diva,
Kree,
May.
May, Lucio back.
Feeding.
second Urine.
Oh, sorry, I'm
Right.
still fine.
No, that's fine. It's fine. Junk's
No,
fine.
it's fine.
We just burn.
Yeah, I
They'll just think you're
was
junk one
visually
trick. It's
saying
okay.
before the rollout.
Second
I'm
Urine.
not jump one trick.
I know.
just really like drunk.
Run.
Wall.
Flashing around.
What's going?
I'm
Simple
being
as
held.
Run, 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 run.
Run super low. I'm half. Okay, we push.
Subs
Walk
half.
this. Walk.
Maybe one.
I'm on Lucio.
Or one.
I don't have speed.
Caps is low. On Diva.
You get a speed
One person cap. One person
now?
cap.
Roll one,
I'm
roll
I'm going.
Okay.
Use what I'm at.
There's Lucio and
Someone-
me on point.
Stagger Diva, Stagger Diva.
Okay.
Yeah, keep it alive, keep it alive.
I'm dropping to
Mine's
point.
coming up, main.
Help your junk.
I can stun mech, I can
Point.
stun mech. It's good. Okay.
I'm on May. May. May.
Yeah.
Man point.
Got her. Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay, Lucio got away. But, okay, I'm staying on point. You can go.
We window when
I'll-
they try to push.
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Alt
with you.
trick.
I think they're in right side. Maybe. They're
Okay,
just chilling.
Alright.
so they're gonna be
No, they're
close
coming, they're coming.
to Koa.
It's fine.
Super, okay. Huge. They're rotating right, I think. Let's
Feeding.
let's meet them. They might be faking. I'm not for sure.
Yeah, they're here. They're here right side. Here, right side still. Or left side. Sorry.
Yeah, they're left side.
My bad.
If
One
they have
maiden, one
license,
desire.
we just LOS it. Yeah, LOS.
I can stun Cole if she comes out.
Oh,
Ren's here.
Inside.
Okay, let's
push.
walk. Let's
Mindset.
walk.
Push.
Walk.
On the May.
I want
May
shot.
dead?
One shot me.
On Diva. D.Va, D.Va.
Do.
Walk.
D.Va left side, D.Va left side.
D.Va left, low.
Can we
Don't
stack
pick
it?
me, don't pick me,
Someone-
don't pick me, don't pick me, don't pick me.
Okay,
Leave her.
You're
You
find
can
a
back,
medic.
you can back.
I'm backing.
Keeps-
Make sure she doesn't mech on me,
I can
please.
flash Mac, I can flash Mac.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, give.
Oh, I sent
No,
We have
no.
window.
You push. Shattering now.
You're walled. Okay, good. It's
Oh.
opening.
I'm charging.
They're gonna
I'm
be.
frozen.
Dead.
This is
We
one
need
of
back, we
both
need back, we need
targets. Back.
Uh,
Okay.
Where's
More,
one?
more.
Where's one?
Not ours.
Oh,
Not ours.
I trade, it's good.
Be back to point, I think.
This is still on above, you guys may need to
Yeah.
back a little.
Ryan half.
Back for sure, yeah.
Not ours. Alright,
Nice,
down
nice.
point.
Ah, damn. Sorry I didn't get it off
Down
before
point.
he hunted.
It's okay. Just get it to 99 if we can.
Yeah.
We'll just throw buddies up.
I'm gonna die on point. Alright, we still have point presence. Try to get it 99 and then just reset.
I can beat to sustain
No,
more.
no.
That's good, that's fine.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that's
I
about as
stayed
good as
there
we get. That's
forever.
cool.
Good.
Okay, regroup. Give. If we need to come back to spawn door.
Can with you. We were
Alright,
still
we're-
missing the other support though.
I don't think
Okay.
Trish is the play here.
Forgive her alt track.
Yeah, I did just try and touch
Okay,
in case
they're gonna have
we won
a lot of alts. What did they use? They use
They
creep,
use beat, they use honey, they use
they
coal.
use. Cool. They're gonna
That's right.
shatter bomb.
Shatter bomb. Okay, let's take right. Take right. Lucio, save
Bleeding.
speed. Okay. We can. Let's try to pressure shield.
May one.
Hey.
Nice, goodie.
No.
Oh,
I don't.
I know.
I have to give.
Let's go.
Could
Let's go.
be on Ryan.
Oh, that's big.
That's a lot of ults,
Oh, yeah, Dad.
That's good.
Okay, thank you.
I might be dead, sorry.
Whenever you
Yeah.
think is appropriate. Thank you.
They shattered,
Okay.
right? They
Yeah, they
shattered.
did.
Yeah,
They
shit.
The
coalescence.
blizzard, they coalesced. They didn't bomb though. They kept bombing.
Okay,
They're gonna
let's
bomb 3 again.
once we push
Cassidy,
out,
yeah.
let's pop window. Okay.
Yep.
Let's try to bait the wall. Okay.
Leave it, they
Your
wall.
walled.
Uh-oh.
Shielding.
Nice.
Alright.
Big.
We're down our BAP. We just have to die
He's
on
low.
Camping
here.
hills.
Fight lost.
Okay, get out.
Fight lost. Out.
Ooh, thank you.
Alright. Let's take right.
We
Just
can
take
speed
far
heading
right.
right side.
Yeah.
Lucio, do you wanna take me like around the top bridge thing?
We can all go
Around it.
top bridge.
There's,
Someone touch. I don't have touch.
Diva's
Mana
waiting for
black. Kill
Okay.
me. Come me.
do you wanna? Oh,
Shielding.
I'm gonna die here.
Not
without
with
help.
you. Okay.
Oh.
Dropping.
They have no Lucio, they have no speed.
I've got no.
I'm on Ryan. On point.
Dead.
I think
More no fade. I can't shield that. I'm on Diva.
Just booping around.
Target.
one
I'm on
knee.
Diva.
I'm gonna shit my pants.
Diva on point.
Camping hills.
God damn it.
Diva. No boosters. Stack on your Ryan.
More to fade.
Not
Still
ours.
one.
Nice,
Back
goodie.
down. Back down.
Or no fade.
I'm on May. He's low.
Mino ice.
Mana block. Kill me now.
No. Shielding.
Camping hills.
I'm on
Beating.
Ryan.
Hey, one.
No. Run solo.
More low, nice.
Right. No,
Nice,
Lucio. Right side. Lucio
Lucio
right.
Soldier on point.
Soldier on point.
Soldier.
Lucio's gonna touch. Maybe.
Someone's up top.
Nice.
Dude.
Good job.
No.
That's-
Wait, that was only 2 rounds, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
this
is
is
the
competitive
competitive
mode.
one.
Also,
They said it's gonna be first to 5, but end after 3 rounds. Oh well.
I'm gonna play
did
the game,
anyone
so-
peel for you, PSI? I didn't.
When? Oh, when I was calling the May.
Yeah, I
No,
was.
no one did.
Okay,
Sorry.
try to listen to calls for
didn't
your
hear
flex support. Okay.
That's also a super easy kill when May's alone and she uses block. Just stay and kill her.
No, I was there to shoot at her though, and we killed her, right? No.
It should have been a lot easier, but I missed everything. So,
Dude, whoever ate, oh my god, that's.
dude, DJ,
mad.
that was crazy.
DJ.
Yeah, it was a good eat.
Sheesh.
Yeah,
PSI
them
is Zen
babes
was
not having
I
a good
just did
time.
that for something.
Get it. Zen's fun.
You were hitting shots.
Noah would be proud.
Yeah, 2 eats.
that what he plays?
Incredible.
Or the eats. He plays D.Va, yeah.
Yeah, he plays D.Va. Yeah, Noah eats like grabs, pulse bombs, freezes like it's nothing. I guess I could have like supported your call, PSI, but I was like, I don't know. It's one of those like I heard your call.
Traveling to Dorado.
Okay, Dorado. Are we on attack or defense?
Attack.
We're attack.
Okay, attack. It is Winston, D.Va, Tracer, Echo, Brig, Anna.
I mean, I saw a Bastion. We could.
No.
No,
I'm just
no.
kidding.
Okay.
No? What?
No.
I mean, we could.
I
we
mean,
could.
you already played Junkrat. It's funny.
Look.
You
Okay.
want to?
Yeah.
Are we just scuffing all these VODs?
No.
We can.
King
Well-
just gets in here and it's just like, what happened?
Ready for battle.
Yeah, I mean-
inside the red building.
Oh, we could do like Bastion sim, and then Bastion gets TP'd everywhere.
So, yeah.
But I mean, we could wait for
Yikes.
the last map. Maybe last map
I-
we do something funny. How about that?
Yeah, I
I'll
would
send
say
you.
if we're
Fine by
doing
me.
that,
Incoming in-
wait
I-
until like do it when we have actual coordination. So we need Echo Tracer.
They have a diva. She's on top of red building.
If we're doing, yeah, I'm way more comfortable in this Tracer.
Just let me know. I'm like whatever DPS they say you can. just let me
Ready?
know.
Monkey,
Remember
is it our monkey?
rotate.
4,
Hey, monkey diva on top. Tracer is like
Yeah.
1.
back behind.
I'll dive with you, monkey, if you wanna go red building.
Okay, we have to get our support set up first, though. I can't just like.
Okay, we're
Oh, do y'all go high or no?
right side.
Monkey
I
Diva
mean, I
rotate.
prefer them high ground.
Oh, my
Oh,
head is
okay.
gone.
Oof.
Winston dropped. Winston dropped. Okay, we have to give. Our supports aren't set up yet.
Okay, we're close to being set up.
I
Oh,
would
dude.
give.
Yeah, they're gonna
Fight
see us.
lost. Fight lost. Yeah.
I don't know if I can play Echo into this pocket, Ash.
What do you want to
I'm
play
I'm
then?
trying to play ground, but I'm not sure. Maybe like Reaper or Tracer. Or
Yeah, I wanted to swap into the Reaper. So do you want to take Tracer?
Oh.
Is
Okay.
that right? Or do you want to play
Oh.
Reaper?
What do you
I mean,
take Tracer.
I just don't want to play Echo. It's
We
fine.
need to give. We're just staggering right now.
Okay. Would you rather? I've already got
Yeah,
someone
but
touched, so I guess you go
It
there.
Ah, da,
wasn't
da, da, da,
possible
da,
for
da.
us to get away.
Yeah. No, I follow.
Wake it up.
Oh my god, I hate Ash.
Okay, we need to scout where the Ash is. Ash and Anna, and that's who I'm gonna dive on.
I think they're like a little bridge thing. Yeah, she's like across high gun right now. Straight across from me.
Can we support the supports rotating?
Dude, I hate.
I won't peek until you guys are ready, okay? Alright. Let me know when you're ready and I can jump.
Tracer behind.
Already.
She's
You can
on top.
jump.
Jumping, 2, 1, jumping now. I'm here.
Good. This is
I'm
good.
on Diva. Diva's half. Never mind, she's not half. I'm
Can we
purple.
get someone a cart?
Okay. We're trying to.
Monkey.
I'm
I
out,
think
I'm out, I'm out.
Diva low red building. Diva really low diving across.
Ooh, that's a really bad
Oh,
bubble.
okay.
Jumping top left. I die here. Yeah, I have no bubble. It's my
Monkey's on
fault.
me. Monkey's on
Fight's
me.
lost.
I'm getting out.
Fight's
We got good
lost.
set space.
I got Raleigh. Okay, they're gonna have Nano. They're gonna have Bob. They have Pulse.
Oh, there's
Let's
bomb.
try to. We can save sleep for Bob. We can rally in.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
I should have.
If this doesn't work, let's just hard swap to Brawl. I mean, I don't. We're
We
just
can
not
go under
play-
also if you want.
Okay. You guys want to go under? We have time. We just need
Yeah.
to play more coordinated.
I'm not with you.
I think
I'm
Tracer's
here
gonna
now.
go for a stick on our backline if we go under. So I'll.
She is pulse.
We're going under.
Okay.
Ready? Are y'all
Yeah.
coming?
You guys need to do something. I'm ready.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay. 2,
Dude,
1,
that
jumping
guy-
up.
Oh my god, I hate
Double down.
Okay,
Ash.
I'm rallying.
I'm gonna die here. Oh no, help me.
Or purple
no.
on bridge?
Someone already took my health pack. Thank you, Brig. Jumping. I'm gonna rotate to point.
Tracer's half.
Can someone scout where the Anna's at?
Bridge.
On bridge.
On bridge? Okay. I'm on bridge.
Monkey, monkey low,
Monkey
monkey low,
purple?
monkey,
Down.
monkey purple, monkey dead.
That was almost kind of slick.
Oh, Anna's. Okay, I see Anna.
So Ash,
Can't
Ash
see
was
Maddie.
behind.
Ash, 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 Ash. Ash
I'm
dead.
Alright.
juggling
burning.
right now. Anna down.
Nice. D.Va go. Oh, they're raising a point. Mercy's low. Mercy's
I'm
low.
on Tracer, right side.
Cool.
Ash one, nice.
Very cool.
Ash dead.
Nice job, team. All
Mercy's
right.
one.
Okay, so
Got it.
they didn't use Bob yet, right?
No, I didn't see
They're
Bob.
gonna have
haven't
Bob.
moved
They have a
to-
Mercy now. Okay, they're gonna have.
D.Va can die,
Bob.
D.Va can die.
Yeah, I'm on D.Va.
Can we
Bubble,
demon D.Va so I can
brick
blast him?
bubble.
I'm gonna
Not
die.
ours, not ours, not ours, not ours. I can die on point. I can die on point. Anna's the left side.
This
Anna's
is last
left.
fight. We have to win.
Yeah,
On his
I've lost
left.
him when I come back.
Winston
I don't
purple.
have
Dead.
touch. Oh my god. Can we get the
On the
contest
cast
on the
first.
left
Cast first.
side?
Cast first.
Cast first, cast first, cast first.
Someone's gotta contest the Anna. She's keeping everybody alive.
I can go blossom her if I can.
Anna slept on left.
What's up? 3, 2, 1.
She's low. Oh, she got me. Oh.
Don't have jump.
D.Va low, D.Va really low, D.Va really low.
Ah.
D.Va mech 1. I can't push anymore.
I'm on point. Your Winston has touch.
Your
I'm gonna
supports
die.
are dead.
The Anna needed to be contested first, I think.
Score
Oh yeah, I couldn't see her from where I was.
to 0. Switching sides.
Not bad for having random people do dive. Or I guess 3 random.
Yeah, I had no idea about this strat of like wrapping around the stairs on the right side to contest high ground.
Yeah.
The way I'm
okay.
used to taking this point is just by bunkering on the payload until you get it past bridge.
Okay, so what are we
Mm,
doing?
I've never played dive on this map
Double
before.
shield or
that's okay.
I mean, I like Junker
Yeah.
here. Oddly
Let's
enough.
see double shield. I think with Sig, Orisa, Ash.
Ready for battle.
I think we can Zen, yeah.
And it's still definitely winnable.
Mhm. Yeah, with this not being scrim format, there's not time to like explain to you how
Attackers
we do it.
incoming in
So it's
Yeah.
kind of unfortunate.
All I get is my
Oh,
pick of
this
2
is-
DPS on the last second.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Thank you for. I'm sure this is. It's typically not how we treat our ringers, but thank you for
It's
your
fine.
flexibility.
You're welcome.
All right, Sig, are you
Yeah, my
going here or you staying there?
4,
We're getting a shield on this side.
2,
Sig,
attackers
DJ?
incoming.
can you go where your BAP's at?
Stop the payload.
D.Va discorded.
Oh,
Here's
Tracer going
somebody
behind downstairs.
rotating up.
That's
God.
Tracer, I'm looking for you.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I have center on her, I have center.
I hear Philosoph.
Shield down. I'm on Winston.
Yeah, Tracer's behind.
There's one behind Tracer,
Down
nice!
Brick shield, brick shield. Okay, your wrist is gonna rotate and drop.
Monkey.
Someone's trapped on point. Got monkey.
Next one.
Fairly low though.
D.Va's here, D.Va
Oh,
high
yeah.
ground.
I'm rotating. I'm rotating.
Oh, big pole. I didn't get my nades in fast enough. Oh, I got Ash. Very intentional.
Okay, everyone
is-
else take high ground. I can still contest.
Nice.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, everyone else take high, or I guess. I'm underneath bridge if you see me, PSI. I guess I can still rotate, never mind.
If you're getting pushed too hard, I'm gonna back up to stairs.
Okay. I'm gonna rotate back up. Alright. Ash's high ground
D.Va
top right.
discorded.
I'm on Diva,
Oh,
Monkey
I hope you
discorded.
saw that.
rotating. Oh, Bap's only support right now.
I'm shot behind,
I'm pulling Winston, Ash is left. Far left, far left.
I have two.
I have Ash on Curtis,
I have that piece right now.
I believe in you, Junkrat.
Oh no. Oh no. You know what? I'm
Damn.
gonna get a quadra kill with my death nades. It's gonna happen.
Huge.
Quadra
Or they'll
kill.
get eaten.
Boom.
Okay.
This
That's
is
okay,
so
that's okay.
I saw that tracer kill.
Scrim maps.
I mean, it's
It is what
okay.
it is.
We didn't have time to like talk through everything.
Well, no, as in like just the fact that it ended before point A finished
Oh, yeah.
on their attack. Okay, so first half, I think it was just the people didn't know what the plan was and were kind of getting split up slightly,
Mm.
and so it just sort of fell apart a bit. And then on defense, I think that you left it slightly too late to like contest. Like the cart was like halfway through the choke before you even touched.
True.
But yeah. Because when you're into dive like that, they're gonna dive you at some point, so just making sure that your group like coordinated is the main thing. But that macro
Yeah.
stuff's
On
key in
defense,
scope.
I think the break would have been better.
True.
Oh, for the dive.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So do you have a map request, or should I keep rolling with our map?
You
Probably
messaged me,
best
by the
to
way,
do
Mighty.
Junkertown.
What's up, Osman?
You whispered me that. I don't know if you were meant to whisper that to me.
Oh no, that's not the right person. Dang it.
Leaked.
Y'all
Leaked.
keep
Exposed. NA host.
your map all whispered to the wrong person. LOL.
I'll have to explain to
LOL,
this person
I
dolphin
mean,
what
they,
emoji.
they,
doesn't
they
know.
don't know.
They don't know. So
Oh, well, it
I have
was
to
like
explain what they don't know.
it was a delayed response, and I'd be like, why was that delayed?
Because we were discussing it.
Oh. Okay.
You don't need to know. It's a need
I
to
like
know
to be as
basis.
I like to be as transparent as possible. Though I know, like in interviews, you only answer the questions that they give. You don't give them any
Exactly.
more. Okay, Blizzard World. I think we should just go brawl. I don't. If we're on
Like that.
defense, we go double shield. I think on
Attack.
attack, we should just go brawl
Blizzard World.
because
it's-
our dive is not.
Yeah, probably a good
Not-
shout.
Yeah.
So,
Let's go, bro.
Ryan, Diva, Kree, May, Lucio, Bat.
May jail.
Major.
May jail. Have fun, Matt.
Male. Sorry.
Male jail.
Hey, I got my first sex double kill on this champion. It's fine.
Hexa-kill.
Enjoy those while those still last.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, so if they are double shield, I think so I want us to wrap around, like all around, all the way around to the right? Isn't it to the point? So like you go up high ground or
Up high ground, downstairs, all the way around.
downstairs,
Yeah.
all the way around. So if they're double shield, that's what I want to do because that'll give us less poke.
And
Yeah.
then what
If
If
are
it
other
is double
plans?
shield,
If
if
it's
it is
brawl,
required, I
it's-
can flex onto the Junkrat.
That's fine.
Kinda-
I'm okay. You are the ringer. I will support you in your picks.
Aw.
Okay. If they're brawl, we just match them.
Attackers incoming.
Stuck
Okay,
on your
let's go.
own. Going out right side.
They have Zen.
Also on
They have
left, someone
Zen.
behind us.
Zen, Sig-
Double shield.
I'll
Alright.
flash on you guys.
Okay. Rotate up. Rotate up.
Coming.
Rotate up. 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 All right.
There's a tracer there.
Okay.
Fine.
We're gonna go up. We're gonna follow my plan because I think they're actually no, they're not. They're not double shield.
They're ball.
Okay. Okay. Drop. 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 Rotate. 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 Just stack on your own. Stack on your own. Ball sucks in this room. All right. We're gonna force a point. Actually, force high ground on stairs. 2, 1. Can we speed here, Froggy Bear?
Speeding.
Up.
Let's
Up.
go.
Up. 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 Up.
High
Okay.
ground.
Okay. I'm gonna drop on point. 2, 1. Dropping on the Sig core, left side. Ash, 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 Ash.
Oh fuck! Hammer swing knocked out the way of the headshot.
Xenon
Second run, second run. Hold left.
Wall high
King
ground.
hills.
This
Okay,
is
I think we have to
Purple.
reset.
left.
We have no BAF, just
Dead.
reset. Hold W and die.
We got one tick. It's good.
Oh, we did. Solid. Okay. Okay,
south
so I
is the option.
I don't think we need to make that long rotation. Let's take left side. And speed on to point. If the ash is on high ground where the boat is, just hold underneath boat, and then D.Va can contest that high ground, or at least pressure it.
Yep.
We almost have window.
Well,
Alright,
Zen's gonna be
second.
on left side on his own, I think.
Okay. Stack on
We're
your
gonna
iron. Stack on your iron. Oh.
Keep coming.
Rotate, rotate, please. Stack on your iron. Rotate, rotate. I'm gonna die here.
Left,
Okay.
left, left.
Our rotate's
too
too
long.
slow.
I'm the Mako, baby.
my
I'm
fault.
too close to ult to swap.
Okay, they're gonna have pulse. They're gonna have mines. They just use flux.
Pulse
They're
mines.
close to
Okay.
Bob.
Okay. Let's take far right then. I think. Okay. Let's make the rotation clean, fast. Okay. And then we can pressure the. So rotate. Stack on your end.
Healing.
Rotate, 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 rotate.
Oh.
Okay. Rotate, rotate.
Nice.
job.
Thank you for leaving that
Drop,
one on
drop,
the
drop, 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 drop. Stack on your end. Rotate. I'm gonna rotate around.
Coming, coming,
Let's go,
coming.
your end. Alright, we're gonna have May freeze on point. D.Va, can you contest that high ground?
I'm going
Just
up to
run at him.
Okay. Alright, hold underneath boat. Hold underneath boat. Stack on your
Mines
end.
behind. Mines behind.
We can't. Can you press? W?
I'm holding. I'm half. I
Nothing bomb, nothing bomb, nothing
corner.
bomb. Bomb one.
Oh no, forgot
I'm
about the
I'm
mines.
half. I'm
dumb.
half.
I'm dumb.
I'm playing.
You
I'm
done with you,
stabilizing. I'm gonna die here.
Just on me.
Shattering now. Oh shit. Okay.
Okay. Last fight. Let's try and die as fast as we can have a last fight. Okay, they use a lot of alts here. They use pulse at the beginning. They use Bob. They use mines. They're gonna have Trank. I didn't see them use Nano yet, but
No. Okay, we have to rush it down main. Alright, we're gonna take right side. Right side, just hug the right side. Stack on your Rhine, please.
You call the speed noon.
Okay, stack on
Everything's
Rhine,
planned.
stack on Rhine, stack on Rhine. Alright, Lucy, do you have speed? Let's
Ball one, ball
rotate
one, ball
now.
one.
yeah, I had
Full
to
frozen.
peel.
Okay.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Rotate to point, please.
Coming point, coming point.
Good beat, good
I'm
beat.
on. I'm on.
D.Va contest high ground if you can. I'm on Zen, Zen drop, Zen drop, Zen drop, Zen Zen.
And dead.
Sig. On point.
One.
No, I
Six
didn't get my
half.
shift off.
I get Anna.
Ah,
Targets.
I tried to warm myself off.
Somebody
heals.
targets.
I'm looking Tracer on point.
Get Tracer.
Looking Tracer. Tracer dead.
Sigma, sig dead.
Oh, it's
sig dead.
Ash.
Looking ball.
Ash,
Ash
Ash.
is back
Ash,
right.
Ash,
Ash is back right.
Ash, Ash, Ash,
Oh
nice.
my god, you
Huge.
gamers. Holy shit.
Nice job. Alright, we need to scout out where the Zen and Ana core is at because we can rush them on that. Who has cart, by the way?
I do.
Map does.
Okay,
Okay.
so they're gonna be close to Pulse. Maybe Trank again.
Okay. Let's rotate high.
Flux.
Ball on high ground.
Let's rotate high ground then.
Where are we
Bap
going,
has
Hydra?
cart. Yeah, because that's where the Zen core is gonna be at. We gotta.
I
Okay,
feel like
Lucio, do you have speed? We're gonna
Yes.
speed on the Sig core. 2, 1. Stack
I'm
on your
hitting
end.
head.
Left side, left
Speeding.
side. Oh my Jesus. Okay.
Okay, let's reset this.
Tracer, yeah.
I don't think Bap should be on cart. I think we need like somebody else like D.Va because we need the
You could
I
leave
don't know.
D.Va. That's second choice.
yeah.
D.Va needs to leave cart when we engage, though.
Yeah, D.Va should be on card. That's what we said last time.
I guess I can swap because Tracer's gonna try and flank anyway. So
What do you? Okay.
Zen is back right.
We ready?
Okay, stack on your end.
Mine's down.
We need to rotate up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just dead. I'm just dead.
We're just fall back. Froggy Bear, fall back, please. We're just gonna regroup. We're gonna regroup
Get
here.
out.
Yeah. All right. We have May ult.
60 seconds.
Okay, they're gonna be close to Bob again. They're gonna have
Okay.
a lot of alts there.
We're gonna force cart and we freeze on cart. Okay. Because we only have 50 seconds.
I can hand you in for Blizzard.
Okay. Stuck on your end. Tracer's behind us. I'm on ball.
Just no recall.
I didn't get my shift again.
I'm
It's
on-
a nice freezer. Sigma's
No.
freeze. Sigma is frozen.
Targets.
I'm on fire.
I was on Sigma. Okay, I'm
D.Va, can
dead.
you contest that high ground where the ash
Actually,
is
I
at
got
on
the-
bridge? On bridge.
Jesus tree, you're correct.
I got beat. Okay, they use Flux. They use Bob. Okay.
I'm on Sig core.
6 frozen.
Sig. We need to contest that high ground. I don't have. Okay,
Anna
they
dropped, Anna now. Go,
they
go, go.
drop.
I saw him.
Anna. I'm slept. You're unslept.
4 strands.
On the
I'm
Ash
on
now.
Ash.
Ball dead.
Someone have
Who else is
cart.
behind?
I'm looking at
Bit
Tracer
bad.
behind.
Okay.
Yes. Tracer's 1.
She's
Okay.
the one. No recall.
I'm stabilizing right side.
Tracer Nori.
Okay. On Sig. Sig main.
Oh, nice. We got
Huge.
it.
Okay. Lucio, do you have speed?
Yes, I got speed.
Okay.
I got beat.
Let
I
me
got...
stabilize.
Oh.
We're gonna speed on the Ana core. We need one person on cart though.
No, I feel like I can get it.
Okay.
Okay.
We window and then they're brawl with like a Zen for support.
Nice one. Nice. Good shots, PSI.
Oh, that's
Check on your
huge.
iron.
60 seconds remaining.
Check on your iron. All right,
Anna's
we can
back
pop.
left.
We can pop window at left, right corner, where your Ryan's located. Huge.
Nice. Good timing.
Nice job.
Just one.
Someone have cart? Okay. I'm pushing up. Diva's right side on coast. Ooh, oh, good try.
Oh, so close. Oh, I dinked Ash.
Where's the
Ash left
Reinhardt?
side.
Oh,
Ryan's on the
He's
right side.
Right.
Just Nori.
Burn Bob.
burn. I'm on Ryan.
I'm dead.
I
We
have
have to
no
go fast.
shield.
Int.
Oh, I'm inting. I die here.
Got Ash.
Target somebody. I'm dead. Targets.
Just one. Nice.
Next
Hold
target.
on.
Diva's
hold
second.
on.
Diva.
Ryan on.
I'm looking Diva. Diva one.
This is last fight, so if you have your ult, use your ult.
Run.
I'm
We
left. Half.
ain't touch.
I don't have touch. Don't have touch.
I'm on.
Oh, huge!
Big.
Point.
On May.
I'm shielding
I'm
back
frozen.
line.
Down.
Camping heals.
Ana. Okay,
Diva
Diva,
and
Diva on cart behind us. Diva
Diva
low.
going around.
Huge.
No one saw that.
Huge
Dude,
bomb.
we-
What?
Oh my
Yes.
god.
Holy shit.
Nice.
Okay. So the Ryan charged me, and so that's why he couldn't block the bomb. Because I
That's
tried
meant to be
charging
the
it.
other way around.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Initiating match.
Okay. What are we going on
job.
defense?
This is typically double shield, so it's
Yeah, Arista, Sigma, Ash, Hanzo, Bap, Zen.
yeah.
I can do that.
Now the moment that you see, so like when the Sig core's on the high ground, I think it's left side high ground. The moment you see them looking at you, I would just back up
Ready for battle.
and then
I'll call for the
rotate to
rotation.
Yeah.
Such a helpful voice line.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Baptiste. You're welcome.
That's the worst place to beat this high ground, no?
Yeah, this high ground. So you guys say that high ground. So Sig
But you have to
core.
get out of there pretty
Yeah, Sig,
fast.
Sig, come up here.
5,
DJ,
4, 3,
DJ.
2, 1.
Where the Hanzo's located. They have a
Turn
Zen
right on ball.
Sig.
Oh, yeah. Zen's
They're playing bot.
All's in.
Ball's rotating
Breaking
right.
Sig shield.
I think Tracer's going
Right,
right side. I think.
drop.
Zen's
Get it
low.
back high
Drop.
ground.
I'd rotate.
I hear
I'd
ball
rotate.
behind.
Rotate to point.
Ball discorded.
Shield down. Pulling Zen.
Sigma
Ball's
discorded.
gonna slam again.
Pulse
Get
off.
ready.
Tracer's backline.
Tracer one. Nori.
Tracer no recall.
Ball discorded. I'm
I'm on
dead.
ball. We may need a brig. Can we get a brig after this?
Yeah, I'm going on break.
Okay. Shield down. I'm on Sig.
I'm on 6 2. 6 6 6 6 6 6 6.
Staff.
Nice.
Huge.
Ash one. Where Tracer's still behind somewhere, I think.
Just need to.
Yep, she's on me.
Pulling on Ana.
Ooh,
Core.
help me up.
Wait, what? How's this Ash shooting me? Oh, okay, I'm gonna see anyway.
Ana's low.
There's a
Ana's on
tracer
high.
behind.
Can we contest the high ground? It's just the supports right now.
Ball's behind us right now.
Oh yes.
Oh, okay.
Got the
Ball's,
Zen.
Ball's gonna stand behind us.
Tracer low up here.
Support your Sig going high ground. Don't let your Sig be the only one up there.
Ball coming in. Ares out. You back out.
Ball on Tracer. Ball inside.
Tracer
you,
behind.
big off.
Tracer's behind with ball.
Well,
Oh, that's Tracer. Tracer no re. Sig no suck.
I got Sig.
Ash on right.
That was a really
I
bad
need
pull.
heals.
Call your hero.
No.
Call your hero name.
I'm dead.
Okay,
No supports. No supports.
Tracer's behind.
Nice shot.
I think. Oh, Zen's by Mega by himself.
Hanzo
Looking.
still needs
Oh my God,
healing
Zen
if anyone's
Mega,
about.
Zen Mega. Anybody?
I'm looking
Anybody
at
with
him.
me?
I'm coming.
Oh, yeah, I
I'm
see.
just pushing.
Okay.
I'm hard pushing.
Jesus,
Supports
that
are
Ana.
coming back. You don't have
Someone
supports.
is-
Can someone help DJ push the high ground?
Yeah, I can.
I. Cheers.
Actually, if Hanzo's here, he can, but he's off anyway, so I'm just.
Alt plan. It looks like this is a bit of downtime.
Yeah, they're gonna have mines.
Okay.
They're gonna have.
Oh my god.
I'm going right
again.
side for
Like
Mines.
close to
Ball's on right,
Bob.
on mini.
Okay.
Come on.
All right. Let's try to flux before them.
Pull
Sig
behind.
drop.
Hanzo one.
Yep. There's mines.
Yes, cheers.
I'm on ball. Pulling ball. Ball left. Oh my God, it's a bad shield.
Come on.
Side. Ball's left side
On.
actually.
Hanzo's one. Me.
Signal
Left.
Coming
suck.
for your back line and they kill us right over. They kill me at least.
I'm 85 to Montnico again.
Zen's right side.
Sig.
Zen's right side by Mega by
Sig on right.
himself.
Okay.
Zen right by himself by
Briggs
Mega.
coming back.
Oh. I'm throwing down Bongo. I'm on Sig. I'm on Sig.
Ash one left side.
Sig low. Huge. Oh, Jesus.
Jesus,
I
what
died.
is this?
10 seconds remaining.
I don't have touch. Alright, that was Pulse Bomb, Bob.
Oh, nice.
Your Briggs dead.
Okay, we take high ground. Follow your wrist on stairs.
Stop the
I
payload.
just can't
Alright,
see the.
So that was a lot of ults for them.
Tracer is.
Ball's here,
right
ball's
side.
here.
Oh.
Okay, they just have Bob. They're gonna have Pulse. I got Raleigh. They're gonna have Nano. Flux.
Yeah, no, Flux, okay. Let's try to save Lamb for Flux. Pulling on the Zincore. Remember, we don't have our Baptiste right now. Yeah.
Sig really won.
Sig was one. He's up.
Nice.
Maybe
Ash off.
winnable with
Ash down.
Rally.
No,
Nah, I just got double dink plays
No?
in. He kicked my
Okay.
ass.
we're split.
Alright. Stuck on Orisa. Oh, Orisa's low ground right now. Alright, we're gonna push with Rally for this fight. We're gonna go top right. Ready?
Oh, ball's going left.
I didn't know this was
Actually,
Yeah.
someone's gonna...
Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
Stuck
One
on
person
me.
has cart, right? Oh, I guess Orisa's gonna have to have cart.
Let David take cart.
Alright, Diva, you got cart.
Beautiful is that.
Oh, I got
Pulling.
booped.
Okay, Orisa's dropping.
Nice.
Ooh,
Pulling on-
Hanzo needs healing.
Die on cart. Alright, if they
I
cap
hate
this, we
this
should
shit.
brawl.
Right, ults.
Who's-
Mighty, come back.
Back?
Okay.
I was gonna
He's gonna
contest and
die.
just die. Yeah. Well, I wanted to like die on point. I think that would have been better. All right, we still have to brawl. Hard brawl.
Froggy, can you just real quick? Ooh, Froggy, I need speed. I was just outside of your range.
Yeah. Sorry.
All right, stuck on your run. Stuck on your run. Okay. I'm on ball right now. I'm holding left corner. Zin's down main. Play corners. Play corners. We don't need to poke here unnecessarily.
Burn
Okay.
the Bob.
I don't
I'm
have
dead.
shields to do anything.
I'm gonna die then.
Okay. Die on cart, please.
They're gonna have close to Bob again. Pulse. Trank. Don't go inside. You're denying me. I'll charge.
All right. We pop window as our engage. I'm coming out left side. On a no nade. Your Ryan's on point. Can we pop window for this fight?
Jason, a recall. I need to.
Shielding. Okay, pushing up.
Is
On
that
a no
one?
sleep. On is down main. Not ours.
Frozen, frozen!
I'm on Sig main. Ash is right side. Ash is right. Stack
Last
on
one,
your
Nate.
Ryan.
Freezing ball, freezing ball.
I'm gonna die. Help your Reinhardt. Help your Ryan. Help your Ryan. Help your Ryan. Down main on cart.
Your supports are dead.
I can stagger. I can get her for a while.
I don't have touch.
Careful the mines.
Who has touch next? Lucio can touch?
No.
Ah.
Bracers on me.
Do they want to play these out? Or?
I think they wanted to play it out.
Oh, they do?
3-3.
The tournament's gonna play it out.
Because remember, it said they're playing this as if it's a tournament match.
Initiating
So,
Okay, they're probably gonna go ball again. I think we need more stun. Do you want to go double shield? Oh no, this is attack. Actually, no. So on attack, they were what? Sig.
They're also ball.
Sin. Okay.
oh,
Sig
ball on
ball.
attack.
Okay.
Were they saying ball on both? I think they were.
Need to choose.
Dude, that Ana got so, or like Zen was on Mega, just by himself chilling. Damn.
30 seconds.
Cream A for DPS. You need the May for dealing with ball.
Wait, 10 minutes early. That would be now, wouldn't it?
That'd be now. Yeah, exactly.
Would be now.
5,
Oh,
4, 3, 2, 1. 60
I guess we're not
seconds.
playing
Wait,
out.
finally, I can play Doomfist.
Cool.
Enjoyable Doomfist gameplay.
Is there such thing?
I could 2 seconds of it.
Huge.
Okay. I would love to coach and do a VOD after this. However, I need to pack stuff up because my dad's coming to pick me up tomorrow.
Okay, okay.
So.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for being here. It's
Mhm.
appreciated. Thanks for the micro tips in chat.
Yeah.
Oh,
If there's any VODs people want me to have a look through of that, probably not. But if there's any comps or anything, just let me know.
Alright. I'm also going to head off.
okay, thank
thanks.
you.
I hope my Junkrat was appreciated.
It was, it was.
Right. I'll see you guys around. Ciao.
Okay, have a good
Yeah.
one.
You too. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Okay, you guys are free to stay, or you guys are free to go. Because I guess technically Osmond's here, but I also don't want to like, Osmond, if you want to, you can go over some stuff. If you don't,
Sure, if you want to,
Also-
if you want me to, if you give me a code, I can look at it.
honestly, I feel like this last one would be really great. I
Wanna
guess
take a look at
I
it?
feel like Dorado wouldn't be as good just because I
Pretty
know
short
a
map.
lot of it was a pretty short map. A lot of it was none of the like our ringers weren't really briefed on how the rotations go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
And also,
dive.
yeah.
Oh, good.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to give me a code, I can kind of give you my thoughts on it.
Okay. Oh my God, there's two. So Blizzard World seems the one that we always need VOD review on. Let's do this most recent one since that's the
Blizzard
first.
World's like just a weird map.
So it's AAFET2.
Okay, I'm head off, so I'll see you.
Later.
Bye.
Later, man.
Right.
Also, thank you, DVS Brothers. Also, and PSI, thank you.
No problem.
All right. Can you see my stream well enough? It's my upload speed is pretty not great at the moment, so I don't know. I had to put it at 720p 30 frames.
So part of me feels bad because I
Okay.
saw like PSI get picked, and I don't know if that's just because we were too split or if we didn't have our DPS peel a bit more.
Well, let's take a quick look at what happened. Yeah. And just let me. Oh, I like doing this thing. I make sure this is only on 10 seconds and turn this shit off. Okay.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Okay, going out different doors. A little kind of weird. You can call the door that you're going to go out of. And the call here too was to go around. You're going to start like going up here. Team was going to go through the here, up here. And this is fine. Make sure if you're going to do this, make sure to clear this out and then go down here. And then you can take this room, go around. And I actually liked Mighty's call. Mighty's call to go up here and clear this high ground. Pretty good. By the time you were here, though, I remember you guys said, "Oh, they're not on like double shield." So you knew they weren't on double shield. You knew they were on ball. What's ball gonna do as you go up these stairs?
Gonna boop us?
Roll through us.
Roll through you, or they're going. He's gonna
Slam.
go for a slam.
Slam.
You never know if he's gonna go for the slam or not. Sometimes they're gonna go for the slam. Sometimes they aren't. Sometimes they're too scared to slam into brawl stack. But in this case, I'm pretty sure he went for the slam. We'll see. But when he does that, you can kind of predict it. And as soon as he goes for that slam, I mean, you have Cassidy and May, and you can easily, I don't care what cooldowns he has. If he doesn't have like hard pocket healers on him, he's dead, right? And so you can kind of predict that, call it, and kill him. And that can really swing the fight in your favor. I like what you did here, and this is good calls. It's a little bit lagged behind here from the DPS. Good that Mighty comes back to shield them back in. That was nice to see. Looks like Tracer's here getting on Froggy a little bit. You effectively got them off of this high ground, which is a good start. So we come downstairs, and there's a world where you could have just gone out of this door, but I like what you're doing here. I think this is better. It just gets you a little bit closer to the action. They know what's happening, though. It's not their first rodeo. And so you watch how they're just going to flip the map, right? And I think this is the right thing to do. Like, Sigma's already got this turned on you. Ash has the high ground on you up here. Zen's about to throw this little 5 orb at you, which he did. And then they're all flipping, right? And this is the right thing to do. And the next step here of making sure Ash gets off this high ground, good call from Mighty. And here's the ball coming, just as I said, right? And so as you take this rotation up here, it could be called ball behind. He kind of missed it, so he didn't really like get any value from it, but you could have turned on him. Now, you got this high ground up here, excellent, but look at the spread, right? And so you got this up here, and then like Dez is down here, DJ's down here. You guys are on point. At this point, if someone could like recognize that you're kind of split and call for a stabilize up a little bit, you're gonna want to stick a little bit closer together. There we go. So now we're all on point together. Mighty's running over here. Awesome. PSI on top of the high ground can support, but is getting actively killed by ball. And so this is just a moment when DJ should come back and peel for that if he can. And this is good. Now the idea here is we sort of like force point where they have to come on to point here to do anything to us. So you could tuck yourselves into this cubby back here after killing this ball. You know, this ball is on top of you. You could come back into here and say, hey, guys, if you don't want us to have ticks, we're going to stand right here and we're waiting for you, right? And so Sig then has to, at some point, come and poke his toe on the point. And as soon as he does, he gets lawnmowed, right? And so that's kind of like the strategy I'd be going with here. The more you play deep into this cover here, the more you're forcing them to like rotate actually onto the point, rather than if you play the backup point here, then they flip the map on you very effectively. Like, see where Zen is here? This whole position back here around in like the snacks area in the den over here, really good for them to poke you out, right? And they're going to get that value if you play the back of this point as Brawl. Whereas you should, if you're playing Brawl, you force point by playing around this cover here. And then that forces them kind of to turn into it.
So is that basically like where I was playing? I'm giving up a lot of like the point, instead of being our space, is more or less contested space. So if I had pushed up to that corner that you're talking about, where the box is at, the crate is at, then
Yeah,
that
here.
would be much better for us, because then that's more of our space, instead of, we don't have to contest it.
Well, it's like you
Like
don't have to
doing
take
right
the
now.
poke, right? So like let me ask
Right.
you this, Mighty. Like right here, how would you say is this a good position for you? What do you think about
Terrible
this?
position.
Terrible. And
Absolutely
is
awful.
if you could describe to me a better position, where would it be?
I would say so if since I don't have anything, I would just probably back up to the corner,
Mhm.
but the best position would be the left side crate.
Right. So the left side crate would be nice here, so you could be shielding things. Like PSI went down here, so let's go back 10 seconds and just kind of take note of what's going on here. So PSI jumps up here, try not to die. If you had said stabilize underneath this cover, like underneath left cover, then your whole team could have come up here and stabilized this way and like push towards the Sigma. And Sigma is not going to stand right here if the Brawl stack is sitting right here, because like he's just gonna die. He can't stand there, right? Then the Zen can't find you, right? Let's say Zen's in here trying to find you, but you're behind that wall. Well, then what's he gonna do? Come over here and start doing this? Like he has to do this whole rotation. But that gives you opportunities, right? And so when the enemy team does these rotations where like Zen has to go around through snacks and Ana has to find some other rotation to find a new position, you're opening up the enemy team to make a misplay in their positioning. And if you see someone that's kind of isolated and that you can speed on them and kill them, well, then you can go and do that. If you get all your resources back sitting in here, there's a world where you can say, do we have speed? Yeah. Do we have defense matrix? Yeah. Okay, well, let's amp speed with defense matrix in here and kill everyone, right? And it's just a matter of like stabilizing the resources you have. And so like,
I also feel like we could have utilized May better, because I don't think there were many walls that we ever capitalized on.
right. And so a wall here, like you could put one behind Lunakier, you could put one in front of Lunakier. You put the one in front, it allows you to just get space and walk forward. Put it behind, kind of isolates Lunakier, and you go and kill him. So those are just a couple of ideas. See, and then so playing kind of like within their spam lane here is kind of cost you a couple of lives. And once they've gotten those two, then this is now a 6v4. So this is rudimentary. They can easily win this fight now. It's really hard for you to win from that point.
And I think this is where like PSI is like saying just end, because it's like once your BAP's dead,
Yeah.
we all just need to reset.
Pretty much. Yep, I would agree with that. Okay, so they're going to retake all this high ground up here. And then now your new plan is to rotate around right side, right of rock. Or I should say left side of rock.
Didn't go very well.
Any issues with what we're seeing right here in this freeze frame?
We're so split, like terribly
Mm-hmm.
split.
Yeah, and this is a thing with like I think when you have some ringers and you have some just people here that aren't normally here, this is kind of bound to happen, especially in like lower gold elo. You're gonna see people kind of split up apart because they're kind of like still trying to figure out who's saying what and how to play with each other, and they kind of forget that you're supposed to regroup and spawn and go together. It's a lot more important, right, to stick together against what they're playing. Why?
Right, because they can easily pick off someone who's
Who are you worried about for that? Who's going to do that?
Ash and Zen and Tracer. Oh, is it Tracer Ball?
Yeah, it's the Ball Tracer, right?
Okay.
So Ball Tracer could make a play on these two people here, and it wouldn't be great like inside there, but think like you're about to meet them in there, and then look who's back here, right? So I mean, like they're looking for exactly that. If you're stuck together, they can't make a play. But when you're spread apart, now they can look around and there's some potential going on there. So that there's things they can do.
Yeah.
Um,
But I said it, and I said, okay, I'm gonna wait
Mhm.
for them to taxi them, and then
Awesome.
we sped. But yeah,
Okay, so they didn't make a play on you. You're fine. What you want to accomplish here is stick like pretty close together and make sure you're utilizing Ryan's shield not to take as much damage as possible. And if you're going to take this route, you're going to rush around this rock and then get control of Mega. Okay, come back here and get control in here, and then from in here you could there's a stabilize, there's a high ground. You know, there's a couple of things you can do. If you stabilize and you have all your cooldowns up here, then you can peek out here for just a moment and then speed boost down here to point. You can try to find a Sigma. He's way over there, I guess. This is definitely harder for you because, man, if you come out here, you're just sitting in spam. And so if you rotate through snacks, you could do this thing where you rotate down here and maybe down here and then up the stairs. But generally with Brawl, this doesn't make a lot of sense, right? It doesn't. Yeah, I think right side is definitely probably the way to go. It just kind of forces them into certain positions, whereas here you're kind of forcing yourself into a sitting duck position.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this is just not really using the
slam.
rock. Good slam rock.
4 Des.
There's a lift. Yeah. It's hard for a brawl stack to play against the lift too, because if you do play well and like really tight together, then it seems like he just gets a free lift every other fight. Brawl not really too great against this spam comp, by the way. Like this ball comp, really good against you.
Okay, we're waiting. Oh, is this where I say just rush it down main? Oh.
I don't know if it was rushing down main. I think you tucked it in one more time.
Okay.
You went up here one more time. He goes for the pulse bomb, and let's see what happens here.
I think they miss. Legit
Yeah, I just
misses.
missed. I didn't know if it was an eat or a, yeah. She got the lamp out though.
So if I had not shield, would I have taken damage? Because is it like
Let
a
me
tiny
see.
area of effect on pulse bomb when it explodes, or is it like direct?
It's a little bit of an AOE.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, that would have hurt. You wouldn't have died. It only does 350 damage, but it would have hurt.
Oh, look at that reaction time. I'm so proud.
Good job. Okay. So getting the pick on their tracer there, really big deal. With the pick on the tracer, do you think it would have been viable to just walk out this door and take the faster route to point?
I think so, yes. But I also think like asking like the diva or someone to contest the high ground. If we're gonna take that first door, then we need to have someone at least body block.
Yeah, I think it's risky. I think that if you go out this door, the fact is they just have so much high ground that you have to do something about, and the only person that can really go up there is Diva consistently, and then I guess the Bap can jump up there, and May can wall herself up there, and then I guess Lucio could get up
that's a
there,
good idea,
but you're not up
because
there, right?
Right.
So-
Well,
so
the other
yeah.
thing is like if Bap jumps up, I mean, I guarantee you the Zin's gonna orb, Ash's gonna head click
Yeah.
and die.
And so I like the idea of going up there kind of as a team more. This is interesting. Okay, so some of you went up here and some of you went down here, and actually it's going pretty well for you. By some of you going up here, you forced them off the high ground and you forced them into a position that made this window look really good. So just looking at that moment, that's actually a really good moment. Now you get mined in the back here. It's a good minefield. Why is it a good minefield?
Isolates Froggy Bear.
Well, it's not just isolating Froggy Bear. The timing is great, right? So the window makes a lot of space. However, in order to stand in the window, you have to die. So you don't want to stand in the window now. Now, like anytime a window goes down on the brawl stack, the ball can just drop a minefield on or behind the window, and suddenly the window sucks. Like this window is kind of countered by the mines. It's kind of a trade 1-for-1. And so it kind of gives his team a little bit more space to play with. Because look at your team now. Your team has to walk forward. See? So good play from Cosmic there. So the Bob gets on point, and you guys called burn Bob, and that's fine. It can take a moment to burn Bob. You guys are actually doing a pretty good amount of damage to it. It's hard to burn Bob without a Zenyatta, but you guys are doing an okay job with that. Use trans. You're playing inside the cubby here. What's that? Yeah, and I think that's a good idea. It forces them to kind of like come onto point, and they can't sit back here in contest point. They have to like bait themselves into open space, and that's always a good thing. If you can put your enemy into open space, you can isolate them, and that's like a easy way to get them killed. However, it's kind of hard to do too much without the Lucio here, and so yeah, the shatter not great.
So I saw the Ana, I was like, oh my god, I can shatter this, and I didn't look at my health bar, so it's shame on me.
Yeah.
Matt sent me a message like, I saw that. I was like, I saw that too. Thanks, Matt.
Yeah.
Super helpful. I am fully aware that after the fact. But damn.
So I know. Okay, so here, Froggy hits the mine. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
So now, when they inevitably start like rotating around here this way to kind of get to a point where they can shoot you. What's the difference between your team having a Lucio and not having a Lucio, and your ability to do anything about it?
Not having a Lucio means we don't have as much mobility. So
Right.
we can't go like super aggro pushing out.
Yeah, it just kind of makes it safer for them, right? So like if Zen wanted to kind of be existing right here and shooting you, he can kind of do that, because at the rate that you can get on top of him, he can just kind of cut away. But if you had Lucio, he wouldn't be able to, so you could actually make the calls like, can we walk so-and-so? If you say, like, can we walk Zen? And then say, yeah, sure, let's walk the Zen, and it just means speed boost to Zen and kill him, right? But you can't call that if you don't have the Lucio, and so when Brawl doesn't have the Lucio, then Brawl can't just, they just, it's so easy to kite them. It's hard for you to chase the flies without it. Here though, you just kind of got swarmed. You got purpled. Stuff coming from behind you. Got outnumbered, spammed. Weren't able to get out of there. Again, this comp really good against Brawl. So even though you had the Tracer pick early, it just still wasn't good enough. Although I think you do win this fight though. I forget how you do it. Let's see. Okay, so we're just going down. Okay, so the ball kind of hinted. We get a beat in response to the sigil. That's really good.
Bugger bear.
Okay. Very chaotic. Quite a few ults going on here.
I legit don't know how we capped it, but y'all did great.
The ball is back, but it's just pick. You keep chaining picks, which is really good. When you get one pick and you chain target call into the next pick, and you get another one and you get another one, eventually you just kind of get it, which is nice. Okay, and then so on this first part here, I think you put BAP on cart in 5 forward, right?
I don't really like that, but
that's fine, as long as you don't overextend for a fight win.
Yeah,
right.
I overextended for sure.
Right. So, what's your kind of goal in the beginning of this?
So the goal is like to get to the Zen or the Ana core, and force them off of high ground. I know that there's another rotation where you can go underneath, so it's on the right side. You go underneath, you use Lucio to speed. I mean, it's basically like you forget the cart. Well, I don't know. I guess one person stays on cart, and then everyone else wraps around, forces them off cart, or forces them off high ground.
So I think you're really close to right. Now I'm not asking what's the goal 10 seconds from now. I'm just talking what's the goal right now, right? Because 10, 15 seconds from now, you would love to be the Brawl stack over here just clearing house, right? But right now, what are you doing? What's the priority in this moment?
Secure high ground so they can't have it.
Right, is secure as much as you can, right? And they're going to be playing Ana and Zen. Really, the Zen is the big factor here. They're playing like a sort of like spear spam comp. They have a spear going this way, just like this, and it's really hard for you to make headway here. But you can use your resources to gain some ground here to make sure that they don't like push too far onto the sort of crystal high ground over here, if you know what I mean. However, in the beginning here, the cart kind of is what dictates the timing of this fight, because if you are going to push this cart, you know that one person is out of the fight, and in Brawl you do not want one person out of the fight. And so the point I'm trying to make here is I would be stabilizing your position and just protect what you have until the cart gets into position, because it's going to be about 10 seconds before you can take the fight that you want to take. And it's really like about 10 seconds before they can take the fight that they want to take, right? It's kind of like this duality here. They don't want to push you over here, all right, because that's them overextending. And you don't want to push them over here because that's you overextending. The cart hasn't gone far enough yet. Okay, and so both teams are pretty much going to hold what they have. They're going to poke at each other, and here you can try to get a pick. It's going to be hard for you to get a pick, but what you really don't want is you really don't want the ball and the tracer to be living rent-free over here. And so, in my opinion, you're just going to kind of like hold what you have, hold up a shield maybe, and let McCree and let Lucio take some shots over here. But I wouldn't like throw a diva on them. I wouldn't like try to rush down the ball. Obviously, that doesn't make much sense. If you rush towards the Zen right now, like Bap's just not going to be with you because Bap is pushing cart and you're going to die, right? And so in this particular situation, I think everyone is kind of encouraged to stay exactly pretty much where they are. Okay, because you're just pushing cart. Now the goal is to get this cart up to about right here in the spam until they start taking spam, right? Until the fight actually happens. And once the cart is sort of in this general area is when like Bap can rejoin you guys, or if it's Diva pushing the cart, then Diva can rejoin you guys, and then you go for your six person attack, right? Right? In the beginning though, like it'd be overextending for you to go forward, it's overextending for them to go too much forward. And so this is fine, right? And so you're trying to protect this space you have. You're about to get ground pounded. You can flashbang this. Oh, never mind. Dez is down there. My bad. What is
Would it
happening?
have been a better call to have just dropped instead of tried to push that?
Up here only because this Zen is going to make your life a living hell. It could have been. So you could go downstairs and, for example, try to make your way up here and over the stairs this way if you want. Or if you can find some isolations, that's fine. It's better here to not die and to instead maybe get some headway on cart. If you notice, for example, they have Ash on a Zen up here. Are they going to stop you from pushing cart over there where PSI is?
No.
No, right? And so if instead of dying here, you did call to go off cart, what you'd have to deal with is probably a minefield, right? And then you can kind of like push cart a little bit. You can probably deal with the minefield. And just get some headway on cart. Just based on like where they were playing, I'm sure you could have survived a little bit. And you might have had to give up space, or you could try to call for like an ult plan to do something here, right? So there wasn't really as much ult planning going on, but you can definitely make space with a Diva Bomb. If you throw a Diva Bomb over this way, then you're almost guaranteed to get something, right? So lots of things you could have done. Staying the spam there, a little bit rough. Here, once they've gotten these couple kills, you just want to completely regroup. This is where we wanted the cart. Like, so the cart, if they got a little further here, maybe, is kind of like the timing of when we'd want to actually have the fight. It's really, again, really hard. They're going to be playing like a spam comp. You're just running into spam. You have to have your resources to walk into them. If you, for example, if you don't have DM, you don't have wall, and you don't have amp, and you don't have lamp, and you don't have much shield, then you're in no position to make a push, even if all of you have full health, right? You have to use your cooldowns to get towards them. So here you could still put one on cart. I kind of like the idea of pushing this high ground again. Pushing low ground is still fine too. If you go low ground, I don't want to just walk in this open space. I'd like to tuck your team into this way and see if you can take into StarCraft and do something from up here. That's an idea. We're just like looking at brawl things. So You're limited to what Brawl can do, which is trying to what's the goal of Brawl?
I guess force a brawl.
Force a Brawl? Well, I mean, okay, so let me know if this kind of makes sense and resonates with you. The goal of Brawl is to get on top of the enemy team with as few resources as possible, or I should say, by using as few resources as possible. Right? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because Brawl needs resources to function, and I mean, just like kind of like any comp needs resources to function, but really Brawl like super does. So if you have to spend no cooldowns and you spend 0 cooldowns and you get right on top of them up here, you've done a great job as Brawl, right? Because that's doing exactly what Brawl wants to do. But if you have to spend all of your resources, if it takes all of your cooldowns to survive just to get on top of them, you've already lost, right? So you see how the goal of Brawl is to use as few cooldowns, as few resources as possible to get on top of the enemy team and start brawling. And what's a brawl?
What is a brawl?
Yeah, what's a brawl?
A brawl. Oh wait, like the composition or like how
What
you're
does it
supposed
mean to
play
take a
it?
brawl?
What does it mean? So to take a brawl means you're engaging into the enemy team like
At close
front
range.
on.
Close
Yeah.
range, yeah.
At close range, right? And the reason why engaging at close range is so strong is because it's like if you're right on top of them, can they choose to not take the fight?
Yes, they can. No, they can't. If we're
No,
right on top
no,
of
they
them, no,
can't,
they
right?
can't.
So like, can you like let me give you this example, right? This Ana, she's up here, and you're like a brawl core coming up at her. Can she just like take cover? No, right? You can't take cover against a brawl because as soon as you walk around a corner, they walk around the same corner at the same time, right? There's no cover. You eliminate the possibility for them to take cover. That's kind of what brawling is, right? It's just eliminating the possibility that they take cover or they can choose not to take the fight. The only way they can get out of it is if they just have mobility, which is why you need the Lucio, because if they have mobility, you keep speeding onto them anyway. Make sense? You're starting to kind of resonate. So you see why you would want to possibly, maybe up here is actually not the way to go. Maybe you actually want to start over here, like as a team, start over here, walk in here. And why am I saying this? Why would I walk in here?
Because
they don't
you
see
have
you?
control of the mega?
Well, it's not even that. It's like you are gaining
Fully
ground toward them. You are getting closer to them without using resources, right? Because there's cover. And then so you walk out here and use this as cover. And we use cover so we don't use resources. And again, we keep walking towards them. We are gaining ground on them without using resources. We're not using DM. We're not using shield. Or not a lot of shield, at least. We're trying not to have to use our wall. We don't have to use our amp speed just yet. We don't want to use lamp early if we don't have to. You see how we're saving our resources and trying to get close to them without using cooldowns? That's what we're trying to do, right? That makes
Does that
sense?
even come with like Lucio speed though? Because I know like Lucio, part of the reason why you speed is to cover ground.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
you
being
just
on
do
speed, you go
just do
faster
bland
than-
speed, right? So like Lucio gives you a 20% speed boost when you just have speed boost on, and then if you amp, it's 60% speed boost.
Yeah.
So, but the thing is, amp is like a 13-second cooldown or something like that, maybe 12. I don't remember.
12, yeah.
12, yeah, it's a long cooldown, so you don't want to waste it, right? And usually it's like you use just basic speed to get from like here to here. But you'd want, once you get up really close to them, once like you try to get close to this Ashe, she's going to try to coach gun away. And when she does that, you give yourself the 60% speed boost, and that coach gun doesn't mean shit. Right? You see?
Okay.
So you want to get close to them, and then as they start to use their mobility to retreat, then you amp speed onto them. You could also, there's an argument to be made that like, if you know they're going to rotate away from that position and they're kind of there right now and you see an opportunity, we'll just amp speed right now and go really, really fast, right? And then they can't get away. It's kind of the idea. You're trying to close the distance fast, but don't use it too early again because it's on 12 seconds. It's kind of like Winston Leap. You know how Winston Leap is on
The think
Not
so.
leap. No, sorry, bubble. Winston bubbles
Leap is
on.
5 seconds.
Yeah,
But yeah, leap is or bubble is I think on
13.
13. Yeah.
Yep, it's on 13. I think Tracer's recall's on like 13 seconds. It's these like it's these like cooldowns that Blizzard wanted to happen like around that time. They kind of put those in the same sort of area so that fights pace a certain way, and you can't use them too early. If you use them too early, you won't have them in the mid fight when it matters. Okay. Okay, so we're down one here, unfortunate. And so we just want to stabilize here, right? And how do we stabilize here? We just come backwards. We
Wait
come
for
back to here because they would be overextending to follow us over here. That makes sense. We're going to get our May back.
60 seconds remaining.
All right, we're starting to build some ults. They're starting to build some ults. This is going to be a hectic fight. Here comes the Bob. You throw the Blizzard down. The Blizzard's only going to hit some people. It's hard to hit a lot of people against the spam comp, obviously. Against the ball comp, because they're so far spread apart.
30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and so we really didn't want to have a fight. We didn't want to take a brawl right here in this area. And why was that?
Isn't it? It's a kill box and
Yeah,
it's in the open.
exactly. You couldn't have said it better. It's a kill box. It's a kill box. It's in the open space. What do we know about standing in open space?
Not good at all because
Not
having
good.
to figure, yeah,
Yeah, you're gonna
you have
die.
no cover,
Mhm.
and because especially because they're this poke comp.
Right. And what's the like what's a win condition of the poke comp? Right, is to bait the enemy team into open space.
Open space. Yeah.
Right. And so by walking and taking a fight right here, you have fulfilled their win condition. Okay.
So is it? Does that mean we're just extra good or they're extra bad because we were able to cap it then?
Well, let's kind of see what happens. They tried to kill the D.Va. D.Va used the bomb to stay alive. And then you're back. Then what happened to Sigma here? What misplay did the Sigma make?
Yeah. Oh, he dropped too early, or
Let's go back.
Or
Let's
he
go
pushed
back
up.
and watch Lunacure do this. Okay,
Oh, yeah, he
watching
dropped.
Lunacure here. Luna
So,
almost
got-
killed PSI.
got
Almost.
greedy,
Got
right?
greedy, right? And so, good position, bad position on Sigma.
Very bad.
Very bad. Why?
Because kind of almost out of LOS of the support line and
Yeah.
isolated, like completely isolated, and doesn't
Right.
have the mobility to
Yep.
get back.
Exactly. Big misplay from the Sigma. You punish the misplay. He is dead. Okay.
Oh.
See? All right. That's a start. And now you've got 6 people, almost 6 people, and they only have 5. What else do you notice about what's going on over here?
Zen dropped for some reason.
Who else dropped?
The Ashe.
Ana.
Ash.
Oh, the Ash.
Well,
and
Ana's
the
still
Ana
up here.
dropped.
All right,
Okay.
but like Zen on the low ground, that's a big deal. Ash on the low ground, she might have coach gun, whatever, but that's also a big deal. They're both on the low ground. It isolates this Ana, who's still sitting up here, doesn't really have any cover, and so their position has largely been compromised. Zenyatta down here is not nearly as threatening as Zenyatta up here, because who does Zenyatta have to run away from now?
Everybody.
Everyone, right?
Everybody.
So the Lucio can get anyone towards that Zen. And if Zen's up here, Zen's kind of fine because like we'd have to run all the way up these stairs. But with Zen on the ground, that's a big misplay. Big misstep by them.
10 seconds remaining.
The Ana drops too. Now we can take a brawl.
So it's not necessarily that we were good, they just made bad positional moves.
That kind of just happens though. I mean, it's just like there are times when you made bad positional moves.
We have to punish their
True.
mistakes.
Yeah.
as soon as they
True,
make them.
Froggy Bear. True.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't mean that I wouldn't be proud of doing well on this map because I think you guys did actually do really well on this map. And if you really looked at their team, you'll note that they are like they're like a 2.5, 2.6k SR average team. And so you guys held your own pretty well against that. And so you should pat yourself on the back. Like my team plays against Valkiwis all the time. Like,
Okay.
yeah, so just, you're on that level.
They advertise themselves as at least I'm looking for golds. I just put 2.4.
That's common if you see them. Anyone who does a warm up scrim generally will knock themselves down about 100
Why is that?
because they're warming up.
Oh. LOL. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I follow.
Yeah, at least I don't see it as a common practice much in LFGS, mainly because those are like less serious teams. I shouldn't say less serious, but like where I mainly see it is like teams that are around 4.2k will do a warm up scrim at like 3.8 to 4k, and then they'll do their actual scrim at 4.2. Kind of gets their head in the right space. So that's a
So
common
they do like a
thing.
3-hour scrim block? Oh my god.
I mean, yeah, sometimes. Their warm up scrim could be actually 2 hours long, so it could be a 4-hour scrim block for some people. And sometimes it's not a block like that. Sometimes it's a warm up scrim for 2 hours and then take a 2-hour break, and then there's the real scrim. So they can chop it up. But people at that level, they've got the time. Right.
They make the time. Yeah.
Well, they don't really have jobs usually. If you're at 4K, you're pretty much on this. This is your profession. Okay, so you cleared that pretty well. Awesome. And now we're getting into here. In this first part, I don't mind. You could make the argument that you want to take as much space as possible and go really far forward. And that's a little bit risky against what they're doing. I would probably try to hold your ground a little bit. Make sure you just keep 3 on cart here, especially because when you cap this first point, or the second point in overtime, they only give you 1:30 to take the rest of this, right? And so I wouldn't be putting 1 person on cart. Hell no. I want to get as many on cart as possible, just because you only have 1.5 to rush this whole point. That's like how many fights is 1.5?
3.
Yeah, like maybe 3, probably 2.
1.5? No, I would say
2 for sure, but
2
2,
for sure.
maybe 3 in overtime. Maybe.
Yeah.
If you can touch. Yeah. That's a huge kill. They don't have a mercy either, so they can't really do anything about that. Okay. Tracer trying to come behind here a little bit. So notice the sneaky little Tracer coming back behind you here, and you guys know that she's there, or at least I think Dez was pretty much on it. Now Dez going for the duel, that's fine. I wouldn't be putting 2 people on that duel, right? And why would it not be a good idea for DJ to help Dez with the duel?
Because now it's a 5v4.
Right. That's giving them kind of the advantage they want, right?
Yeah.
To take too many heads away from the front. Interesting window. Okay, so the window makes a little bit of spin. Okay, that was a little bit ago. And that's kind of what's happening here. So you've got 4 people up front. There's not a whole lot of pressure coming up here. This Rhine, if the Rhine really wanted to, with the Ana support, could actually just start swinging around this corner. Probably not too bad, although probably worried about the Mei wall. DJ comes back. That's a good thing. And so, yeah, the Cass and the Tracer over there dueling. That's still fine. They throw the Bob out. That's good on blue team. Could catch Scooter in that one. Oh my god. Okay, so you can touch. This is touchable.
Oh, is this where I charge? This is where I... No, okay, never mind. Oh no, this is where I do charge. I charge in, and then DJ throws in his bomb.
The 3K bomb is huge. So it's pretty much wrapped up. Like there's no way they're gonna recontest unless they get some crazy stalls. Yeah, pretty much can't touch. This is a good bomb. They weren't ready for the bomb, I guess. Made a bad effort at trying to beat the bomb or to get away from it.
I gotta go. Thank
You gotta go?
husband, for reviewing.
All right.
Thank you, Des.
See you later.
Later.
All right. So on defense, you're going to be playing the double shield comp, and we'll go forward a little bit here. Skip ahead just a bit. Okay, and what would Habu tell you about this team comp you're playing right now?
What would Habu? The enemy team?
No, what your comp? What would Habu, if Habu could make one switch on your team comp, what would he say?
On Hanzo instead of
He,
Torb.
yeah.
Wait,
Sorry,
we
say that
have a
again.
Hanzo.
Yeah, no.
No, I think he would say Zen goes with the Sig core, Bap goes with the Orisa.
No, okay. Let me rephrase just to make sure I'm clear here. If what would Habu tell you to make one hero switch on your team? What would he
One
say?
hero
If he
switch.
could tell you to make one hero switch, what would
Run
he say?
Ash.
He would, oh, Ash instead of Hanzo?
No, instead of Torb.
Ash instead of Torb?
I'd run
Oh,
Ash
I
instead
could
of Torb, but
see.
the Hanzo needs to be with the Orisa core and the Ash needs to be high ground.
Well, the one I'm going for here is when you play double shield with a Torb, what's the intent of that, right? You're trying to play an anti-dive?
Yeah.
And so
Oh, then run
Oh,
should
Brig.
oh, Brig.
then
You
run
need a Brig
Brig,
instead of
right?
a, yeah, instead of a Zen.
Right.
Which, yeah.
Yeah, if you want to
I-
run anti-dive here, right, then you want to run the Torb and the Brig. And if you want to take it one step further, you could switch the Sig into a what?
Diva.
Diva, right? You can totally do that. And Diva can peel for backline as necessary. Tracer against that comp is gonna go to the spawn room and press the H button because that's pretty much all they can do.
Yeah, and I changed on
Yeah.
Brig the first time I die. So
Yeah. I mean, you absolutely you called it, you switched it. I just wanted to pop quiz you, just to reinforce.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
It took us a hot minute though. I like
Yeah.
how you said, "So let me clarify a little bit more."
Mm-hmm. That's good. Okay, so
I said that because Habu yells at me to get off Torb.
he yells at you to get off Torb. Oh.
Yeah, he wants down Hanzo.
The get off Torb is basically his tone.
So, in the beginning here, I guess at some
I
point,
should have pulled. I pulled like way too late. I don't even think I pulled. I don't know.
yeah,
But that like when they're rotating that rotation,
Yeah.
that'd be like an excellent spot to pull, and I just
it's a really good spot to pull. I totally agree. I also okay, so the way you're playing this sort of like split thing here, where you're splitting, you have like some people over here and some people over here. I think I'm personally like less on board with this than other people. I kind of prefer if you're gonna play the spam comp that is kind of like a double shield with a Zen and a Bap, then are you playing like the swarm kind of spam? Or are you playing the spear kind of spam? You know what I mean?
I would say like what we're doing right now, it feels more speary than it
Like a
does.
spear.
No, it's
Oh,
it's
like
two
all
spears
flowing.
because we're not all at the same spot, so it's not a spear.
Gotcha. Okay,
Right.
okay.
The tricky thing is though that they're playing this thing like a comp that do you think they prefer you to be isolated or all in one spot?
They prefer
I want
us
us
to be-
isolated.
They kind of want
I'm-
isolations more, right? Because they're playing the ball. And like what's my big fear here? Like what if for example ball is chilling down here and kind of just does a grapple right here and then does this swing up this way and boops you forward into this basin. Right? That's I'm really afraid of that because if you three somehow get booped down here, then the rest of your team over here, like you're not able to like be there as much for them. You can't rotate your shields as a team together as much. So imagine instead of you split like this against the ball comp, imagine if you did just kind of stack up and kind of played the more spear. Like what if you were all up here and are they gonna try to walk up this way and then you're gonna be like, okay, now the spear faces this way. Right? And you're all like you're down here, you like double down, you're right here, you're gonna aim straight at them. They can't walk you. They have to do something, right? And so this can be beneficial, I guess, in that it kind of plays towards the other sort of spam win condition, which is to swarm around them to make this web around them of like a redundancy of range pressure angles. But just know where your weaknesses are and just be really careful about it, I guess is the point I'll make. Okay, but yeah, you're absolutely right. Good halt position right there. If you could land it. They got your BAP, you got their Ash. You definitely have to retreat a little bit here because you don't have the BAP.
I
But
feel
you,
like the biggest problem that we had is like I think for this point is like recontesting that high ground where the Ana Zen is at, and like
Mhm.
not having Sig do it by himself, and then when I feel like the Zen got in some cheeky right position and it was never contested. I feel like those are the
it
two
will
main.
happen. We'll get there. That will
Yeah.
happen.
Okay.
So together, what you could do, right, is you could kind of play at this post right here and just drop your shields and rotate your shields and wait for your BAP to get back. It's going to be hard for your BAP to get back though, given like where the enemy team is here, right? And so maybe instead of that, you could have played like down here in this kind of basin area, play like with your backline behind this cover, and then play with your tanks able to touch the point here and
Why not
spam out
again
them a
play
little
in
bit.
Kabi and then wait for
You-
them to come and then burn them? No.
I mean, you could try to do that. It just like if you're gonna play in Cubby here, one thing that I have an issue with is with Ana here completely uncontested. Where's she
can
gonna throw her
nade you?
nade? Yeah, she can just
Yeah,
nade
okay.
right against this thing, and you're all purple. Also, again, how does your BAP get back to you?
Underneath.
Yeah, I mean, you
Just-
just hope, right? You hope like I hope
Just
you get back to me,
well,
BAP.
I don't know.
I
I
hope
feel
here
you.
and then
I hope you can
Yeah.
do that. Yeah, it's
No.
really hard. It's really hard. That's why I
But
have like
Can
a
I go back a little bit to
Yeah.
what to the initial setup?
Mhm.
You don't need to go back
Sure.
in the video, but I mean, so here we're split. So why not
Mhm.
be all low ground on right side,
You could do that too.
or
I
in or having an initial with the Hanzo a few shots and then they come right away because they yeah.
Yeah, no, you make a big point here, right? So like what deters the ball and the tracer from pouncing on this stack if the torb in the turret is over here, right?
Yeah.
So like the torb in your if like let's imagine for example that you're brig. Let's say you have a torb and a brig and you're making the tracer and the ball's life hell. Okay? Well, wouldn't you want your whole team to gain that protection by being on top of each other?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so it makes sense that your team could play the bottom right or the top left. But the fact is, I think you are right in thinking that you should stick together at least to gain a benefit from that sort of like comp advantage of having anti-dive in your comp and actually benefiting from it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because if they have something that has mobility, then it takes a long time for
Mhm.
some characters to come back to point. So by being high ground and waiting to be pushed, then
Mhm.
you have to rearrange, and then while you reorganize your team, then you're not as effective as if you're in your bunker, let's say, and then ready
Yeah.
to poke or
It's just like
that's my
them. Yeah, I agree with you. I think picking off the BAP here was pretty key for them. It's really hard for you guys to stabilize without the BAP. Like what a perfect first kill for them to have. Damn. It's just you can't stay alive without the BAP here, it looks like.
Right.
And the Ana and the Zen sitting up here, really rough for
Yeah.
you.
So I do have the right idea because I did ask like I felt bad because like DJ would go up there, but DJ was by himself every single time, and
Yeah.
I was hoping that someone else would help reinforce that high ground because
Mhm.
I feel like the Ana Zen got so much value just sitting there uncontested.
Like he stabilized here though. Let me go back 10 seconds. So so what we're seeing here is we're seeing the enemy Sigma again kind of overextend. So watch enemy Sigma. Like what was that for, right? What did Sigma do?
Uh, completely separated from himself from the, well, LOS
From
his own supports.
You're so close. You're so close. No. He pushed himself into what's the word? Starts with open.
Contested
Open,
space.
open
line of
space.
sight.
Yeah.
Open
No, no,
space,
no, open
Open
space.
space.
right? So where's
Yeah,
his
yeah.
cover, right? Like what
Nowhere.
can he do from here that he couldn't have done from right here? Make sense? Look at the overextension, way out of cover, and as a result,
This punishes.
dies. Right? And so now, like, yeah, that was a really good push on their part, but then, like, Lunicure kind of overextended a bit there. PSI trying to come back, uses Lamp, survives here for a moment, needs to shift to get back.
Yeah. Also,
Good.
PSI, thank you for ringing.
Yeah.
It's really appreciated.
No problem.
There's the mini down there, still got to deal with that ball. Ball's kind of trying to get health too, so we're stabilizing. We're chilling. Okay, so now we're kind of all together. We've got a Brig with us. I kind of, again, I do kind of wish that we were more, like, stacked up together. I think that would be nice
Because
for
we
us.
have the brig, it's more advantageous, right? Now that we have a brig to be
Especially
more
more,
stacked.
Because I'm
yeah.
doing AoE heals, so.
The Torb and the Brig together, really strong anti-dive. This is potentially really bad for DJ, just because it's like, again, it's an isolation, and so I'm not sure how, I don't remember how this goes for DJ, but I would feel like DJ either drops here or dies.
Yeah. Well, and this is
Okay,
what, like,
it's fine.
because I asked DJ to, or asked someone to contest the high ground, and I don't know if, like, DJ just needs to say, someone come with me, or if, like, I as the main tank need to direct, like, someone go with Sig.
Right. And so when you ask Sig here to contest the high ground, does Sig need to go up to the high ground to pressure the high ground?
No, he
No?
can just peek and poke, and,
Yeah.
like, use his balls to, like, hit the wall behind, and then
Mhm.
it hits back at them.
And if you're like a spear
All
spam
tricks.
comp, right? You're the spear spam. Can't you just point your spear at them? Right? And so
Yeah.
can't you just stand back here and just point a spear from here at them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that would like force them to use shield resources to continue standing there. And if you maybe if they lose their shield, you can throw a halt, pull an Ana in and kill her, something of that nature. But yeah, so like when a comp like this wants to pressure another space like up there, you don't necessarily have to take a brawl up there. You could just spam them with your you could do like your sort of spear spam strategy. Another thing you can do like later on in this match is you could use a rally to go for a brawl, right? Then you could actually go for a brawl. And the way I was talking about before, right? Where you actually go within melee range. And again, you do that because there's no way for them to say, no, we don't want to take this fight. Because anytime they try to take cover, you're right around the cover with them. There's nothing they can do to stop it. So you use rally to take brawls like that, right? And that's how Orisa and Sigma can brawl. And it still makes sense in the terms of brawl, even though they're not swinging a hammer. Is that they're so close range that the enemy team cannot decide to not take the fight just by simply taking cover. Make sense?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So again here, the supports are high ground because I wanted to be with the to protect the.
Yeah.
I tried pulling.
But should we be with the Orisa?
Yeah.
Torb?
I would prefer being over here, unless I mean you could as a team be up here, right? Why you could absolutely put your entire team up here. That's fine.
Okay,
right?
I've seen where like the Sig core goes up on ship and the Orisa core still stays low ground.
Mm-hmm.
But I can also think of it like, okay, if this is sorta like Volskaya, everyone's on high ground and then the Orisa is the one that would drop if need be.
Right, something like that. Now, let's say that was your strategy, right? Where you're gonna put Sig stack over here and Orisa stack over here, and you're playing against, instead of playing against what you're playing against here, what if you were playing against Brawl? Doesn't that look a lot better? Doesn't that seem a lot better, right? Because like, what is Brawl going to do? Like, come up here and face the spam and kind of knock you out like down here, but then in the same time, your Orisa could like, if you wanted to, you could come around this way and create like a spam this way, and Sig can just kite back this way and make a spam this way, and suddenly like Brawl is again facing two angles of spam. So it makes sense to like split yourself in this comp against more of like a centralized comp, one like Brawl that wants to stick together, because then you can actually start playing towards that other like swarmy win condition where you kind of like create multiple angles of aggression. But against what they're doing here, you're really trying to fend off their dives, which is kind of why I prefer you stick closer together. So it just depends what kind of comp you're playing against, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, so we used the Torbolt to keep him off the point. Again, we're kind of sticking really close together. The turret's in place. So that's been pretty good. Although, again, this Ana is about to do this thing, I think, where she throws the nade through here. I think I remember her doing that at some point. This is the part where this Zen is isolated over in the Mega Room. And you could have taken this duel a little bit better if you had just like stayed behind your shield here.
Behind, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Matt messaged me. I was like, "How the hell am I getting poked?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, your head was sticking out because the Ash was like poking me." It was a few rounds ago, but Matt had to DM me like, "You gotta watch your position where your shield's at and how far you're extending past your shield."
Is
And I
it
was like,
this guy? See this?
yeah.
That's what got you.
Damn.
Yeah.
Wow.
That little nade there, little trick.
Sheesh.
What's funny is that was a
good
sweet call from the Zen, right? Because like, does Ana even?
Does that mean
Oh, I guess
got
Ana did
baited?
know. Oh no. And Zen didn't even have to call it out. She knew you were there. That was just a heads up play. Be aware this Ana, by the way, might be only gold on support, but they were almost diamond on tank, so they're like of a diamond to game sense.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
impressive.
Okay. Sigma here is a little bit isolated, but it's just a ball. The Tracer's not really with. Drepa is just kind of down here chilling. All right, so they're gonna have minefield on you, and that's gonna be kind of rough. Here comes the minefield. Oh, there's so much going on. Oh, huge rock though. Oh, huge
Oh yeah,
rock.
is this where they press Q and then they like?
Yeah, probably. You guys are holding it so far. Although your Hanzo might die. Oof.
Oh yeah, this is where I'm calling out the Zen. I'm like, oh my god, the Zen. Okay,
Yeah.
so someone has told me that like, for example, if you see the Zen there, you shoot your shield and then you turn around and then you focus like the Ana Sig core. Is
Okay,
that the
yeah.
better play?
I would do that. Yeah, because if you like throwing your shield down at the Zen like nullifies the position, so she's not even part of the fight, right? And so it's kind of like stealing her attention. If think about like attention trading, right? If let's say you put a flanker over here. I know you don't have a flanker on your team at the moment, but like let's say you had a flanker like turn Zen's attention, and then you would say like, oh, okay, and then that creates such and such, like a 4v2 over here, right? Well, doesn't a shield do the same thing? So if you throw the shield, haven't you created a 4v2?
Yeah.
Makes
And I
sense?
think that's something that like my mind, I have to like remind myself that just because there's an isolated character doesn't mean that like I need to focus the isolated character, that I can still like, oh, if
Definitely
they're
make a
isolated,
mental
well,
note of it, though. Like the fact that you
yeah.
recognize it is great. I definitely make the mental note. Like if you can just toss a shield and then go kill these two, that's huge. Then you know the Zen is still chilling over there, so you can like find a halt in the future and just go halt kill.
Right.
Because that's really all it takes. Anyone following up on your halt, and like even if it's just a Torb kind of firing a little bit, you should be able to kill the Zen.
30 seconds remaining.
This ball.
I like this. Like,
Yeah.
I see you, ball. Oh, we were so close to like full holding it.
Yeah, very close here. Oh, the pulse bomb.
Oh my Jesus. Okay.
Pretty solid.
I remember saying something like, "Oh God."
Job to Drepa for that one. Killed a bunch of people.
Objective lost.
Okay, so they can be a little more aggressive than you were before, right? So when you were on Brawl, it was hard for you to put one on cart and the rest like 5 forward. It's a lot easier for them. Do you know why it would be kind of easier for their comp to do that?
So the mobility?
Yeah, it's a lot to do with mobility, isn't it? Because like if ball is over here, kind of like booping you around and then hiding behind this corner, right? And then you just know that there's a ball there, and the ball can like swing around and hit you again, or go for like a pile driver. And like Tracer, for example, could be sitting back here, like under here against this Baptiste, and like poke a little bit, and then come back down, and then maybe like Ash could be like sitting here and firing away from this angle on the BAP. Like the BAP's just gonna be in a bad spot. Maybe try to hide around here, maybe try to duel the Tracer, but like it doesn't feel like you're in a very stable spot, and you can kind of feel all the pressure from a bunch of different angles, as like the red team in this situation. And like the blue team doesn't even have to really make that much of a play. They just have to keep the pressure on. And like a brawl team can't do that, because you can't just keep the Rhine pressure on. Rhine dies, right? And so you have to think that like they are playing this sort of like ball spam kind of thing. It's not like a full dive comp, but it is like part dive, part spam. And that's like what a lot of ball comps are. They want to get their Sigma. Okay, they want to get their Sigma over here to get like actually 6 people in the fight, but they actually can put like one person on the cart, and that one person could be like, for example, the Sigma, and then everyone else can take angles if they wanted to, and it'd be really hard for you to just easily hold all of this space with them doing that. It's something that like their comp can do that Brawl really can't do as much, because they can sit at an angle and just chill and get value, whereas like Rhine can't do that. Yeah, they just get a pick on the BAP here, and so you're already down one. They're not making a lot of space though. They're really only contesting this up here. So I'd call this a misplay on their part.
Right.
You guys are doing a good job, I think, at like getting into this position. This is fine, because like you're a spear comp when it comes down to it. So you're trying to create a spear this way, and they're kind of allowing you to do that. So they're sort of in this situation, I think they're playing into your win condition. And so that's kind of nice for you. And so here, ball is going to go somewhere else, it looks like.
So when our BAP got picked, is that just like, or like Diva just needs to help peel more, or?
Bad position. BAP just sitting here kind of alone, could have been with team more. And it was just like Ash saw the BAP, killed the BAP.
Lucky.
Yeah, I mean, it just happened. Okay. Here they make the play, they get the push down. It's not going to do a whole lot for him. You still have the spear here, and what's going to happen to Lunac here? Maybe Sigma dies. Yeah, so way overextended by Sigma there. Sigma did not have to walk in there at all. Scooter gets a couple more kills. Hanzo gets some kills though. Okay. And so it's kind of even, but it's a little bit more in favor of the blue team right now, because the position's better. Red team's just all on the low ground, where the Zen is on the high ground here. Blue just easily pushing the cart here. Notice how like they did all that, and they just had one on cart the whole time too.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so that's the kind of advantage of what ball comps can do. They can like hold more space. They can hold like more space all at once. Be pressuring a lot from a bunch of different angles. Brawl can't do that as much. Okay, so this is nice. You use Rally to retake the top part of the crystal here. Although chasing the ball was not the play. I think it would have been nice if you walked this way and kind of played this, and like if you took all of you and went over here towards the Sigma and rallied to there, then I kind of feel like you could have taken a brawl down there. Would have been nice, but now you're split again.
Right.
And the Sigma here feels perfectly comfortable, right?
Yeah.
Just fighting you.
All right.
Yeah. And then they nano the Tracer, right? The Tracer's going to get a bunch of kills again. Tracer kills both the DPS back here. It was a good sigil, good nano. Good nano target. Good play from the Valkiwis. Yeah, you should just walk away, Mighty. Walk away.
I'm walking.
No,
Yeah.
dude.
So okay, so this is where PSI was like, don't go out, don't go out. But my brain was like, oh my god, they're gonna touch. I should just, my value is dying on cart. But no, I just
No,
fed ult
that was just
charge,
feeding.
right? Is that
Yeah,
okay?
it like it's not
Damn.
feeding. It's not feeding if you get back to the cart touch and your team was able to actually stall, stabilize, and win a fight. But it's totally feeding if you can't stall, stabilize, and win. Right? Because
Try
otherwise
to
they're gonna
go,
get
you
it
get
anyway.
back, and then you
I'll
die.
let you
Yeah.
down, PSI. Sorry.
Damn, they're pushed so far forward here. Again, they can do that because they're playing like a ball comp. Like the Zen is in a great like long angle position there. That's really good for them. Ash being up here is really solid. It's gonna be hard for you guys to get a foothold. Ash has Bob. Bob's gonna be a great way to turn you around. That's gonna be rough. Ball is weird though. The fact that Ball's playing on main and just pile driving your front line is kind of weird. Not as much value as he could be having. Okay, so I think it's kind of weird that they gave you all that space. That's really weird. Let's go back a second. I'm curious. So like Zen over here is in a great position to like, what am I doing? To a great position back here to like put spam this way. Sig's in a great position to put spam. Like you got the dynamite coming from here. They could absolutely, I think they should bob this, put a bob here. And then, cause like, look what they're letting you do. Ball comes in from this way. What if instead of Ball doing that, Ball came like up this way and like slammed here on your back line? Bob come hit this back part here. I mean, they just win another team fight. Right? But look what they didn't do, right? So that a lot of missed opportunity, messed up the slam. Your Diva's able to just take the Ashe out of the equation. Really good play from DJ there. Nice. And they just like lost all that space advantage they had. The Zen had to retreat and go back through the room, coming through here now. And so they don't have that angle like speared this way anymore. They've allowed the Rhine to get closer to them. So Valkyries played that pretty bad there in the last couple seconds.
Like as a ball player, it's that just reinforces don't ever roll down main.
Yeah, why would you? Look at this. So much better. So much better.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Huge slam. My God.
Yeah, the slam bob, very strong. Just wins the fight. All right. They have trans, so their Zen is really happy to be kind of risky for some reason. Just be like, yeah, I'll just trans, I guess. Not really the way to go, but sure, whatever. Big slam on their backline. Uses trans for no reason.
60 seconds remaining.
Weird. Okay, so I'm going to go back. I'm just curious. Why did they allow you to get back on point with taking like almost no poke? Right, so in this situation, like I think that Ashe wants to play like somewhere around this direction, around here, such that like if anyone gets to point, Ashe can then fire at them, and they wouldn't account for the fact that Ashe already has good distance and a good angle on them. So I like Ashe being back here. Their Zen should be like either in that same position or maybe like over here in the back, maybe even back here, like this position. Could be sneaky. They just want to like surround in angles, but it doesn't look like they did that very well. Like Zen's too far up. You guys go all out the same door on this other side, and then again, Lunicare way too far forward.
The payload is approaching its destination.
Tracer not coming from behind, but coming up from front. They try to slam the backline, but only slam a Diva instead of the actual backline. Use trans and everything, but yeah, they
60 seconds remaining.
a little bit too overextended from the Sigma. Sigma lifts no one. Sigma gets frozen and dies probably. Oops. Dang. Well, good stabilizing your part. Don't C9 though. That's a huge minefield. Dang. Massive minefield. Oh my god, huge minefield.
Yeah, minefield got 3K. Jeez.
30 seconds remaining.
Alright. Well, that was pretty much the end of that. I think I'll just call the VOD review there. But yeah. Any final questions or anything?
Yeah, was good.
Not, I guess, I don't think I have any questions. I will say I learned quite a bit.
It's a bit of an
Um,
info dump. I just kind of like throw a bunch of
yeah,
shit.
no, but like it's
Mhm.
nice too because I feel like this is something that we haven't done in a while either. Is like having the opportunity to have a VOD review right after because a lot of it's just individual VOD reviews, and it's nice
Right.
to see as a team macro thing
Yeah, there's also the
conflicts.
fact we had a few ringers also, so it didn't help.
Yeah.
For
Honestly, for the ringers that we had, we did
no, we did
pretty.
good.
We did good, yeah.
Yeah.
But
That was a solid scrim.
still, yeah, everybody. Not everybody knew exactly the way we usually play. That's just what I
Mhm.
meant.
Yeah.
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 Right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm
He's
glad I
This
could.
map we usually struggle a lot on this one. So
Yeah, it's definitely
'cause,
it's a very
it
technical
seems like
map.
every time we play this map, we try something different. So it's hard.
Yeah, I think you might be seeing some struggle in this map, mainly because I think that a lot of enemy teams have figured out that Brawl's not really a very great pick until you get to like the last point. And I think I've seen you guys play a lot of Brawl on this map on the first 2 points, and it's hard. It's a struggle, and if you play against weak enough teams, you'll find that it seems to work. Or sometimes there's a luck factor, and they just happen to be out of position. You get the right pick, and then suddenly you can win fights. But altogether, this is a hard map to play Brawl on, and I think you might have been playing too much Brawl on this map, which gives you this perception of it being a tough map to play. When other teams have like almost exclusively played double shield and ball comps on this map.
We try not to play Brawl except the last part, but.
Yeah. Well, you
Because
definitely
a
Brawl
few
in the
times we
beginning.
played, I think a few last times we played Dive. So
Tried the 6-man or dive or something like that. Here you
so
guys are
last
playing
map
Brawl.
is yeah, typically we attempt dive on attack, but because our dive was so
Yeah,
uncoordinated, the last map was like,
that is a
yeah,
factor that makes sense too when I think about it now. That when you have ringers and you feel like coordination's off, then suddenly it's just like a safe space to go back to Brawl because it's easier to coordinate Brawl than other
Yeah.
comps. I think it's also, I know it sounds weird, assuming your ball does decent like countdowns on pile drivers, I think you'd be surprised at how easy it is to coordinate like a spammy Brawl comp. Or sorry, spammy ball comp, not Brawl comp. Mainly just because there's actually not a whole lot of comms that need to be said and not a whole lot of pathing that needs to be called or anything. You just kind of know, like, especially like you're not going to path a pharmacy. Like, what if you played a pharmacy, an Ash, maybe like a Zen, maybe, or maybe even a Lucio if you want to play no backline, like a ball and a hog. Just something like where everyone's sort of on their own. You'd be surprised at how little communication that needs because you just kind of like you see what you see. You know when someone's isolated and you kind of just shoot them. And you can see everyone kind of just slowly advancing forward. It's not a fast comp. You don't play quickly. You don't take space fast, but you can just see everyone gaining ground just little bits here and there. And it's hard for any enemy team to like make any sort of coordinated push against one of you because if they do, then I mean, man, they have to deal with the pharmacy in the sky. They've got to deal with the ball in whoever else going on their back line and all this other thing. And then they also have to worry about Hog. If they're out of position and Hog hooks them, they just die. And if they go down one early in the fight, then they're 6v5. Right. And so you'd be surprised. That's another good one to kind of like fall back on just to try it out. But yeah, go ahead.
Because typically Hog is associated with being a pick comp, right?
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
sort of. Hog
okay.
strives in an environment where enemy teams are out of position. Right. And so I found, especially in like gold scrims, people are out of position all the time. All the time, right? It's just like a constant thing in this elo. And so Hog just preys on people that are out of position because as soon as he catches someone, he just hooks them in and he kills them. And no one can duel a Hog. No one. Right. And so Hog just wins every duel. And if he sees you alone without a shield within 20 meters of him, he throws a hook and kills you. Right. And so that's kind of what Hog does. And he doesn't necessarily have to play at the center of attention. He can play in the off skirts, right? And then just like deny space. If Hog is walking around here, they probably know he's walking around here, and they're all running away from that position. They don't want to be within 20 meters of that asshole, right? And so he just makes space like that. However, if they play a comp with like Ana in it, well, then they can actually just like look at the Hog and go sneeze on him and kill him because he can just throw an anti-nade. So Ana makes a big difference there. Ana kind of hard counters the Hog in a lot of ways. Got to be careful about that. But other than that, Hog kind of does a pretty good job in the ball comp, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'd be down to randomly play Hog. I don't
Randomly
think
play
we've ever
Hog.
picked. Well, like I feel like all the comps that we've played and throughout the years that 07 Titanium's been together, we've never played Hog. And I don't
Well,
know if that's just more of a, I don't want to say respect, but like sometimes when I see people pick Hog, it's like, ew.
you.
Because I've seen on enemy teams, especially like on Well,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, Titanium has never dipped into Hog
You don't
comp.
have to. You absolutely like.
Yeah.
There's plenty of ball comps, right? Ball Sig is a whole thing. Ball Diva is a whole thing.
Mhm.
You can play ball with Zarya. That's actually a thing as well. It plays kind of like double bubble. So there's a whole bunch of variants to it that you can play. You can avoid playing the Hog if you didn't want to play the Hog.
Mhm.
You just don't really want to play ball Winston as much. You don't really want to play ball Ryan. But any other combination, no, not ball Orisa either.
Right.
Right. But ball like any off tank, pretty good.
Just, okay. I might inquire about the Hog one. I don't think Keeks
Well,
will like it.
no, here's like I guess a last bit of advice
Mhm.
is if Keegs doesn't recommend you play Hog, I wouldn't play the Hog. Right? If
Mhm.
Keegs has a different idea of how he wants you to play the ball comp, go with what he says.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So if he says play the ball diva or play the ball sig, which is a lot more likely, then play those instead. I think because then I feel better about him telling you how to play that comp than me trying to go around him and tell you like just play Hog instead.
Well, I
Not
will say
always
that
right.
does have me feel a little bit better about like picking Hog like in comp than if I see a ball and
Oh
they'll
yeah,
have better synergy.
yeah. The Hog and Ball together for years has been known as the Hog and Ball torture comp, and there's a reason it has that name is because it's really annoying to play against. It's actually like really strong.
Sure.
Yeah.
Combo the slam and then the hook.
Well,
I
it's
didn't more than
kind
that.
of. It's not that you're comboing the slam hook so much. There are synergies though. Like you can minefield pile drive from behind and then use Hoggle to push them into the mines, like so that you got some synergy there.
Mhm.
But really, it's like it's the threat of hook that creates space and forces isolations, right? Like what if in this scenario the reason why Dez is over here is because he was afraid of a hook that was potentially coming at him. So he went this way and the rest of your team went that way. Well, Hog didn't even have to use hook and he created an isolation. You see, but like Diva and Sigma would not have done that. Diva and Sigma, they can't just exist with the threat of hook that can instantly kill like any squishy. They can go maybe dive a single target, but it costs them using those cooldowns to kind of do it. Whereas Hog, if Hog could have created this by simply just like walking up these stairs and spooking the enemy team to split apart from one another, and then in that scenario he just like hooks this guy and kills him, or ignores him and goes hooks the Lucio because that's a free target for like anyone else to go dive. Right.
Mhm.
And so the threat of hook really creates these isolations that then a ball in like a tracer, for example, can follow up on. And he can like deny an angle as well, right? So like if you're actively trying to, I don't know, this is a bad example in this case, but let's say you're trying to take a flanker. Let's say you're on attack, you're trying to put a flanker this way, right? And you have a flanker coming this way, but then you see a Hog just defending this angle, looking at you this way, and you're like, I don't know, a Doomfist. you see the hog, like you see the hog and you're gonna go for him. No, you're like, well, fuck that shit. I'm not going that direction. Right. So he can just stand here and just say, nope, you are not allowed to have this lane. Sorry, so sad, too bad. You're not allowed to have it. I'm sitting here. he does some things. Whereas like if Diva was doing that, that'd be kind of weird. Right. But hog doing it, it's not weird. It's like, okay, that's a hog. I have to respect it. All right, that's really I think all I got for you tonight. But
well, that's good. Thank you so much for the dedication. Wow, I
I like
really,
doing
really
VOD
appreciate it.
reviews. I really do enjoy it, and I don't get to do team ones too often, so this is a treat. I like doing it.
Well, I appreciate it greatly. And
Yeah, you're welcome.
I know most people start bleeding out, but Froggy Bear and I, we are the dedicated.
The dedicated. I appreciate you guys answering the questions and kind of like participating in the sort of discourse of it, because that's a big part of it, I think.
Oh yeah, well
really-
that's one thing that like Habu, s- like he's very selective of some of people who'll VOD review because sometimes he says it's quite painful when you sit there and because you don't. He believes in like engagement, back and forth kind of ping pong conversation, and he says it's painful when you ask, uh, like he'll ask and then it's just complete silence and it's like, okay.
No, I like that you shoot for the answers. I really like that a lot because it's really good. Sometimes you hit the answer, sometimes you don't, and it's fine if you don't. And then it at least you went for the shot. It got you to think about it, and then you remember it better, I think. Yeah, it's definitely more engaging than me just telling the answer.
All right, and then it's like the reward of knowing that when you get it right, you're like,
Oh,
oh
hell
my
yeah.
gosh, like burst of endorphins. Of like, yes,
Oh
I'm
yes.
smart.
Hell yeah, I agree. All right, I'm gonna end the recording there.